I like those.
Puns are great.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love puns.
Mike thought it was a funny book to give Sal,
Oh.
so we're like,
Yeah, it
oh,
makes sense.
I love it. Thank you.
I honestly didn't know they made D&D joke books or just RPG
Oh, they
joke
make
books
D&D
like
everything.
I
that.
think they make D&D everything.
Yeah,
they
they
probably
do.
make D&D toothpicks.
They got D&D,
Yeah,
D&D
you know,
toilet paper.
yeah,
Do they
tampons.
Merchandising.
Yeah.
They put it
Yeah.
on everything.
You put D&D on stuff you're never
D20
going to see.
tampons. If you roll
Yeah.
one, the tampon leaks.
Oh, God.
What happens in
Oh, man.
Well, I thought it was more like sizes, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's why
20.
one would leak.
Ooh, like the Wizards one. It's
I like
purple.
these. This entertains me. Thank you.
Pleases thyself great.
Just
Yeah, Reaver.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Picky, you're needy.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to the League of Roses. Hi, how is everybody doing?
Doing
Are all our
good.
players good? Are they happy? Are they
Happy
big?
and you know it.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I got two. I got 2 happies and 1 crab.
I'm pretty
I
happy.
don't. I think you're off camera.
Yeah, it's her fault.
Why?
Makes me happy.
She was being mean.
What do you want her to do about it in front of God knows who? Just come back into the frame. And,
Just
Yeah.
roll on
I'll
in
do it
very
for you.
slowly.
Thank you.
Not for you.
Thank you. The camera might be a little too far over on Michael. I don't know. Take a look
It
and
is
see.
A little bit far. Let me.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's not a big deal.
Well, yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the League of Roses. This is a group of adventurers, and they go out and they hunt evil in the world, in the D&D world of Ravenloft. And this
Watch out,
group,
evil.
this group is kind of like I explained before. It's like the Avengers with subgroups of the X-Men and the G-Men and the I-Men and the O-Men and whatever. O-Men. That's
I'll
pretty
be an
funny.
omen.
Yeah, O-Men. So this group is one of those. This is the Order of the White Rose, and we talked about that last time, and they made their guess as to why they were the White Rose. That may change. You never know, because this group is anything
Blue.
but pure.
At the
Yeah,
end
that's a
will be
good
the
way.
Red Rose.
I think they're
Red
all
with the blood of our
chaotic
enemies.
something, like chaotic stupid or chaotic very nasty or whatever. But anyway, we're going to go around as we always do. We're going to meet everybody. We're going to have you say your name, only your first name, your character's name, and then we have a character question for you to answer. And let's all welcome back Meagan. We haven't seen Meagan for a few weeks. She's been falling on the sword to pay the rent and other things, right? So working, that's what's called working. Yeah. So okay, so where shall we start? Do I have a volunteer to start, or do I have a? Okay,
volunteer.
okay, sure.
Okay. Hi, my name is Michael, and I play the character Randolph. Now, Randolph is a wild wizard, or mage. Basically, what that means is that if he casts a spell, sometimes something may go wacky depending on how I roll. So, if something like a magic missile might turn into a fireball, I might make someone randomly sprout leaves from their body or their appendages, things like that. And overall, it just provides some weird and wacky situations. I believe there's a question for the day.
Yes.
What
What creature or monster in Ravenloft is your PC the most afraid to battle or meet?
I think I answered this before. It's
Oh.
a gnome dressed as a garden gnome.
Did I already ask this question? I'm
So
sorry.
you asked what my character fears the most, and I said a
Oh.
garden gnome.
So are they afraid to battle it or meet it?
But would that be a
Need it.
monster though?
Yeah, I don't think it's a monster. Is that a
Isn't
monster?
that's
race?
true.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
But that's
Yeah,
okay.
otherwise you'd be afraid of Jiminy Carlyle.
Yeah,
You
that's
might.
true.
Well, who's
Or
to
that's
say he
a
isn't?
halfling.
Who is
Yeah,
it?
but he's the size of a gnome now.
But he's not dressed as a gnome.
Yeah.
Well, I can
Garden
dress up as a
gnome.
gnome.
Garden gnome.
I
Yeah.
mean, now that Jimmy knows that, he's gonna get garden gnome.
He never knows whether it's a real gnome or a garden. It's a garden
Is
gnome.
Is that it? It's the perpetual question.
Yeah, it's
I
a
see.
perpetual question.
That
If it was
cannot
in front
be
of a
answered.
castle, it'd be
Yeah.
a garden gnome.
He doesn't know if
I
he
guess.
turns his head if it's going to disappear.
If it's just gonna stand, what do they
Yeah.
do? They don't hold. They don't hold
Look,
it.
they just look
Garden
like
They
gnomes
just
just
kind
stand
of.
there.
They just stand there.
Menacingly.
Yeah.
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 And you don't know. Maybe there's like a crime league that
Could
they
be doing
see
things-
when you're sleeping.
They
know
could be
you're
doing all
awake.
kinds of things when you're not watching,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That makes sense.
There's like a secret society.
Darn those gnomes.
No, there's a
Dressed
secret,
like a gnome.
no,
South Park
there's
is the
a
Yarn
secret
Band.
society of criminal garden gnomes that dress up as
Watch out.
gnomes dressing as garden gnomes.
Haven't you seen
And they
Sherlock
steal,
Gnomes?
they steal people's stuff.
That was a movie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good
So
actually.
was Romeo and Juliet.
Oh
I
god,
love that
I'm
movie.
going to stay away from anything like that. I'll let
Oh,
you
there's
guys.
Sherlock Gnomes. That's what the
Yeah.
Shakespeare.
Yeah, that's why you don't know about the secret society of
Yeah.
gnomes.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
you don't know.
I don't
You're not
know.
in the- Yeah, you don't know about. Yeah, you're
Ooh.
not in the gnome.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
yeah.
the unknown.
It's the unknown to me. Yeah.
Into the unknown.
Boy, no more. That's enough.
That's
Okay.
no more.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Hi, my name's Richard, and I play the character Grutz. He is a wizard well known in his verse of muscleomancy, the greatest of spells in magic.
Okay, muscle romancy. That's nice.
Muscleomancy.
Well, that's nice.
The
Okay.
magic of
I like how
muscles.
you. Yeah, I like how you have adopted. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
He's a big guy, and the thing he most feels is a rumor that he doesn't know it's true, but he was told that there's orc-eating owls in the world.
Yeah.
That makes him scared.
Well, by one of your
Yeah, he
one of your
fears the
colleagues.
orc-eating owls.
So you're constantly looking behind him, isn't he? He's constantly looking over his
Grutz
shoulder
is always watching an owl in
because
fear.
Randolph has an owl.
Yeah.
It must
He's
not make
wondering
you
if he's gonna
happy.
eat his eyes out when he It's called sleeps. Lord Bezos. Grutz can't sleep safe with Lord Bezos nearby. He doesn't know if he's.
So
an
that's
orc-eating
what you
owl.
fear.
Yeah.
That's what you fear and what
Yeah.
you're afraid of.
Yeah.
And you're 7'10", right?
Yeah. That doesn't stop the orc-eating owls from eating
Do
more.
you like? Yeah. Do you, well, okay. So is it what kind of owl is the orc-eating owl? Is there a specific?
Grutz doesn't know. They're
You
mysterious
just-
race of owls.
there's so
They
many
eat
different
orcs.
owls. You just
Yeah.
watch out for all
Yeah,
of them.
Grutz just has
That
to
makes
watch
sense.
out.
Yeah,
You
just
know,
watch out.
keep the axe close.
Yeah, that makes sense. Don't question the owl. Just hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
why
sense.
if his owl ever, he never put his arrow near me yet.
Yeah.
He should wait.
As soon as I move that board over, she wants to go out.
You don't let
I'm
her.
gonna.
She's gonna knock that. thing
Equal.
over.
She can go out the other side.
She probably needs it.
Oh, mom is taking care of that. I guarantee it. You don't think so? All right, we'll go onward. We'll move onward to the next individual.
Hello, my name is Salvatore. I play the bard Epion. And I think you said the question specifically was,
Well-
what do we fear most in Ravenloft?
We'll take. Yeah, I picked the domain we're in, which is
Okay.
you can.
No.
It's all spooky.
No,
Wait a
No,
minute. Hold on.
I hope you guys know orc-eating owls are
What
known,
creature or
first
monster
seen in Ravenloft.
and your PC most afraid of?
No.
Unknown otherwise.
Yeah, well, Epion, he hasn't really been in Ravenloft for very long.
Okay.
So he's not really very certain about what kind of monsters are here, you know?
Okay.
So he doesn't really know what to be afraid of.
So he's a
out
raven noob.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's a noob.
Raven.
It's
Okay.
all unknown to him.
Unknown. So are you saying that you don't have an answer? And
I'm
that's
saying he
legit.
doesn't really have anything he's super afraid of in Ravenloft right now because he doesn't really
Okay.
know what's in it.
Okay.
Um,
So maybe he's afraid of the unknown.
There we go.
not that he's afraid of the unknown.
I'm putting words in
It's
your
more
mouth.
like,
I'll let you answer it.
More like ignorance is bliss, I suppose. at the
Sure,
moment, you know?
naivete. Yes.
Yeah, like you don't know the horrors of the world.
Yep, that's right. That's what your mama
So
says.
he's on guard, but not exactly afraid yet.
Yeah.
For better or worse.
Yeah. So you're still waiting.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything super scary yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll have to fix that.
I mean, that water weird thing that we ran into seemed pretty menacing. That seemed like it can mess you up.
So you haven't really, you think you haven't really fought anything that's like scary or anything?
At the moment, we've mostly fought wolves.
Not really.
Right. Right.
I haven't really seen anything that.
I guess so.
terrifying
It's
or
been a lot of
menacing
wolves.
yet.
Yeah, it's been a lot of wolves.
Yeah, like there was the Evans Bane thing.
Yeah, there you go.
That was okay. There was some armor.
Yeah.
You know.
All right.
Well, like I
Oh,
said,
it's
who
just the
knows?
way. I mean, you had a witch. You
Who's
had
gonna be scared of a
you know,
sword?
you had some stuff.
A Wookiee witch.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoopee. Yeah. All right.
I guess,
Well,
he's, I guess
fair
he's
enough.
afraid of maybe like his
I love
roast
that
chicken
lady.
attacking him or something. That would be
Okay.
scary.
And that's
Oh,
gone.
you missed out the Thanksgiving adventure then.
Yeah.
That's gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Okay, well, thank you for that answer, and I'm almost concerned with now going to the next individual who also hasn't spent much time. But we'll see. Maybe you never know. She might be able to come up with something. She's got a mischievous smile on her face.
As
so
always.
let's go ahead and next
There's
up.
one answer that if she doesn't say it, she's wrong on all accounts. I'll say it after she says what she's afraid of.
Oh,
One
okay.
specific thing.
Ah, okay. All right. Well, that's a little mystery. I like that.
Chupacabra.
All right. Next up,
I
we.
ruined it!
What did you
I
say?
knew it. I fucking knew it.
Oh, don't hold on. Don't say.
Oh,
Chupacabra! You fucking ruined it! Say it out loud!
That's the
Give
devil.
yourself.
That's the devil in her religion.
Chupacabras are known to suck the blood.
Well, now you're not allowed to say Chupacabra, even if you're going to.
Why?
He ruined it.
Okay.
Now it has to be something else.
Well, hopefully
wasn't
she's
very-
got something else because she's still got her smile on her face. So we'll see. All right.
Hello, my name's Megan, and I play the druid named Diurd, which is druid spelled backwards.
Oh, I almost forgotten.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I've heard it in a while.
Yeah.
I like to steal little things. I like to hit people with my shoes. I like to headbutt as a goat and attack people as a badger. And avoid situations by turning into a little bug and crawling away. Yeah.
Okay. So, what creature or monster in Ravenloft is your PC the most afraid to battle or meet?
My mother.
Okay. Your own mother.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
She's
Uh,
called Karen.
Huh?
She's called Karen.
Okay. And
Oh, Karen.
what is she? Why is it that she scares you? She should be back from where you came from, but you never know.
Depends
Right?
where she came from. She could have came from Ravenloft.
Oh, she could have come from.
Born and raised.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Well, Ravenloft.
that's interesting. We might have to see what. So, what is it about her that scares you?
She's tall and I don't like tall things. And like,
Oh, Grutz.
he's a little scary, but he's like a gentle giant.
Oh, okay.
Like the green
He
All right.
guy.
punches holes in walls.
Watch out. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
But she's like, she reminds me of like Slender Man because she can reach out and whack you
What the
and stuff.
What's Slender
Can I
Man?
change my answer to her mom?
Yeah.
Grutz wants
Do you
to
know what
change
Slender
answer.
Man is? I don't
Yeah.
know what that is. Okay.
Slender Mom.
Slender Mom.
Grutz wants to change answer to Diurd's
Did she
mom.
hurt you as a kid? Was she mean to you? Did
Whacked me
she?
with
she
she whacked me with a pointy shoe.
Oh, okay. That's where you get
why
your shoe
use a
attacks.
curved one.
Yeah.
But you see, like
How do you-
I whack people's least with the shoes a little rounded at
Yeah.
least and not as pointed.
Not as pointed.
No, because I don't want to make them bleed. I just wanna make 'em
What does she
bruised.
look like? How do we know if we were to encounter her? What would she look like?
You should ask for the manager.
We get menace to society.
Okay, that doesn't exactly describe her, but that's okay. That's
Well,
it.
okay, she's got that hair.
Okay, what hair?
And
She's got what kind of hair?
That hair.
she's got like
Too much
you know,
hairspray on
Yeah, she's.
Is it like piled up? You mean,
It's
or?
like a little layered. She's got a dog
Layered,
with her
okay.
that she calls ugly.
Oh, that's why.
And,
Oh, okay.
And she's got a husband that kind of follows around behind
I
her,
don't know
like
if you'd look
Oh, okay.
yours.
Is he small? He's short? Okay. Now, does he wear glasses, or is he
He
bald?
does wear glasses.
Okay. Is he balding a little bit, or
Baseball cap.
baseball cap?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, so
That's dad
basically, she
and
has the
blonde.
baseball cap too.
So he's kind of her toady, in a way, right? He's kind of her toady. I have a feeling this is getting too deep, so let's we'll sort of move on. But that's
Wrong,
good to
the answer's
know.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, she didn't say chupacabra. She said her mother.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
That's
All right. All
the
right.
answer's Chupacabra.
Well, she knows her character. That's all I can say. Go ahead. Yes.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I play two characters. The first one is N. He's an 84-year-old paladin from the Church of Ezra. He's 6'4". He looks like the Witcher. He's most afraid of the chained devil. It is a creature of the hell, guardian of the hells, the seventh hell,
Holy mackerel.
and his church taught him about it. But the chained devil isn't controlled to be evil. The chained devil chooses to be evil on its own, and it controls 4 chains that hits people by its mind. And its goal is to stalk and torture the souls of the individuals.
Is
I'm
that in the
scared.
dungeon?
I was
Holy
Is that
crap.
in the dungeon?
I was gonna say
Is it really?
if
This
there
sounds
was,
like the pinhead from Hellraiser.
It's
if there was a devil that
it's
So?
It's a real devil from D&D.
Yeah.
It's a real
Not
devil.
that scary. You just gotta fix the
I mean,
problem.
they're actual
Oh,
devils.
devils.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
hell exists in D&D.
Oh,
there, I think D&D makes a distinction between demons and devils.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a
a real
difference.
devil in D&D.
There's a different divide between
It
What
looks
is the
pretty-
devil?
I
it
think the
looks
demons
pretty
are-
terrifying.
Yeah, devils are
Chained
like
devil.
bad. Demons are more like mischievous, right? And stuff like
Yeah.
that. And yeah.
Devils
Demons
are like
abide
the
by-
guardians of hells. There's like 7 layers
Yes.
of hell in D&D, and they're
Huh.
the guardians.
Yeah.
Demons tend to be more lawful.
Yeah, it's based off
because
of
they
real.
follow contracts and things like that. Devils are more like chaotic evil.
Yeah. They
Okay.
choose to be evil on their own accord.
But they have to
So
use some
he
resistance
doesn't
in the
like
ball
that
and
because
stuff.
most of the
because-
monsters he fought has either been controlled to be evil or changed to be evil.
Has he ever fought a devil?
Ooh, it's
Okay.
eerie.
This is one fear. Yeah, they're pretty terrifying.
Yeah, it looks like the Batman laughs.
I mean, technically, we've never fought a demon before.
And then my second character
Yep.
is W. He's N's younger brother. He's a witch. It's kind of like a
Really cute.
cleric mixed with warlock that deals with spirits. And he's afraid of the Bagman. The
It's like
Oh.
Bagman
Soul
is
from-
it's like
Okay.
a tall tale in D&D
Yeah,
with
Yep.
adventurers that if you speak loudly near a bag of holding 3 times, there's a chance the Bagman can come out. The bagman can come out at night and he chooses any bag of holding to come out and he'll steal something from that person.
Oh, that's not
And
too
so
bad.
W is afraid of the bagman because he doesn't want the bagman to come out.
W doesn't have a bag of holding,
That's
does he?
something-
Yes, and
childhood.
used to have bag of holding, so W's not sweating bullets anymore.
Did he give that to W, and did he lose that to the
Yeah, he
bandits?
lost it.
Okay, all right, okay. So that's a kind of like inviting a problem.
Yeah, it's inviting your fear.
It's interesting. I thought you were going to say W was afraid of a bucket of water.
No.
Why would he's a frog man? Why would he be afraid of
Well,
that?
you know, splash, melting, you know.
But the bagman's
It's the
pretty
wicked
terrifying.
Sorry. Huh?
The bagman's pretty terrifying.
No, of course, yeah.
I would give her. I should have gave her a more realistic answer than with all those
Yeah, I know.
realistic answers.
That was pretty cool. Yeah, that and Mother. I'm not sure which is worse, Devil with Chains, Mother.
Yeah.
Mother with Minions.
Slender Mom.
Slender Mom. All right, and finally we have
I'm Mike. I play Jiminy Carlyle. He's a 2'4", 200-pound halfling hunter.
Say that again, please, slower.
I play Jiminy Carlyle. He's a 2'4",
2'4",
200-pound
200-pound
halfling hunter.
halfling hunter who hunts fat.
Fucking
Right.
20
He hunts
dexterity.
fat.
Okay. That says it all. Now, here comes the biggie. Here, what is he afraid of? Or
Ah,
no, Delga. All right. I can't put any words
want
in.
to kill the most.
Yeah, I thought.
That's why he wants to kill it, 'cause it's
That's
happy.
why-
Eventually, he's gonna lose.
That's why Grutz is going to
Possibly.
kill Lord Bezos given the chance. Because if you can kill the thing that could turn out to be the thing you fear most, they'll win away.
Yeah. Delgado
How's that
comes
going to help
back
him
every
with
5
Delgado?
years.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant it was going to help
Ow!
you.
So Delgado comes back every 5 years stronger. It's like what was that big, the rock monkey from Superman?
If you haven't met him in 5 years,
Doomsday.
you're telling me he just dies anyway?
No.
Oh, okay.
He just comes back every 5 years if you kill him.
What would he? Oh, if you kill
If
him.
you gotta
Okay.
kill him, he'll come back 5 years later.
Oh, when
And
you
he'll
kill
come
him, he
back
comes
stronger.
back 5 years later.
Yeah, and he comes back
I
stronger.
gotcha.
Or
Okay.
she. You
Does
know,
that mean
you know,
eventually
you
they
know,
lose?
Delgado
Delgado
could be a she.
Yeah, how dare you assume
Could be
Delgado's
mother,
gender.
mom,
It could be.
Oh, yeah,
Delgado's a
Slender
shapeshifter.
Mom.
slender mom.
Delgado's a shapeshifter from the
Could be
Neververse.
the owl. That eats orcs.
All right, I should have
Yeah,
known. That was
it could be.
that was a real easy answer for
Yeah,
you.
you should be ashamed of yourself.
If I do send through a question that we've seen before, because it's getting to the point where I'm starting to try to find and look, please let me know.
You know,
and I'll-
sometimes getting different.
And thank you for the
answers is
prompt.
interesting.
Well, we never had that same
Sometimes having
question.
different answers to the same questions is more interesting.
Well, you know,
So the same is just similar.
As a similar.
kind of, yeah, okay. So, but do help me and I like the reminders too in case I forget. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, we're ready to roll. After all of that, usually the character introductions take about 40 minutes, so I think we're ahead of schedule, which is good. So you all find yourselves in the Burgermeister's mansion or manor, I should
Yep.
say, in the village of Barovia. You have just spent the last 30 to 40 minutes battling what was a couple of packs of wolves that were able to knock down some of the windows and such and beat their way into the manor. You've met Ismark, who is now the Burgermeister, and you've met Irina, who is his sister. The wolves seem to be coming after Irina. Irina is a very good-looking, crimson-haired, about 24-year-old. I believe you rolled an 18,
Yeah.
so she is very, very pretty, and but she is very strong, very independent.
Yeah,
So
independent woman.
Ismark asked you to take her upstairs to protect her. He met you. You came into the village. By the way, on the way, you were robbed by a Vistani bandit of all of your items. So when you came in and introduced
Curse you,
yourself,
Gentari.
yes.
Atari's public enemy
we'll
number
never
one.
forget his name. So
It's a pretty interesting name.
you came into town. You talked to Ismark. Ismark has asked you for help in defending his sister Irina from the devil, who is known as Strahd von Zarevich. Yes. And he is the Lord, the Dark Lord of Barovia. You have all come there for various reasons. We won't get into them all. But some of you have come to support the others as well. You've been together, I think we would say you've been traveling and adventuring with each other a good 6 to 7 months in this time frame. So,
Since me and Meagan joined?
and then they have been together as the Order of the White Rose in various incantations and versions. Yeah, for almost
Recreational group.
several years easily. We've been playing 3 years, so
One day Croker would be
I've
bad.
got it 12 times.
so you
Impressive.
yes,
Right here.
yeah, he's
This is the one. This is the woodworking
Jeez,
right
your
here.
folder's like a Yu-Gi-Oh game over
He's
there.
that little
You know,
bit
you're doing pretty
silly.
good, Mike, though. with
You
your
really-
last-
Yeah.
they all get a little star.
Let's see how long Jimmy lasts. Jimmy's lasted probably the longest. I think Roddy too. Roddy the T's lasted pretty long too. Though.
Well, and Roddy could have lasted longer, but you gave up on him for some reason. You just said, kill him.
Nah.
So you
Who
did.
died the quickest?
Oh, the pirate one.
The pirate guy.
Half an hour.
He lasted about 4 hours.
No, it wasn't.
He wasn't. He was within a session.
So we started the session.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
went through a door and he got killed by Chinese. In half an hour. He died from Chinese.
He did pretty much just like walk through a door and like death.
He
Hey,
we all got swarmed.
He did shit like Rudy though.
That was Rudy
Yeah.
that died instantly.
Rudy was a part of that rap.
So Mike
He died pretty quick
he
too.
lost Booty and Rudy in one
Yeah.
session.
One session.
I like
One
these
session.
names.
All right.
How did Rudy die?
How did he die?
One session.
Did Rudy?
He opened my window.
Basically. I don't remember.
I think you're here to sacrifice the same wizard.
Yeah, I think Rudy sacrificed himself. And Rudy.
All right.
St. Michael's was
Rudy died from ants.
I'm gonna
He
put
got
out a little
shrunk
music.
in the garden
Yeah,
and the Chinese.
Rudy Woodward
He
died
died
pretty
in
quick.
an orange and ants.
Yeah.
So you had to
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna die from the window.
He died coming out of the orange.
He died from out of the orange with Chinese. Chinese came.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember. I
Oh, the
can't
ants
follow
were
it.
normal.
I cannot follow it.
Yeah, they were no real shrunk.
All right,
We're in
so
Colorado.
on the screen, it's not on the screen yet here, but we'll change after a bit. Is the mansion?
Yeah.
There's 2 levels in the mansion. Irina is upstairs. Downstairs, the whole downstairs area leading up to it is full of the carcasses of wolves. You probably killed about 15 wolves, and you started to slaughter them. 21.
Yeah, I
Okay.
know Grutz killed like 12.
And you,
You killed a lot.
I think,
has to get out.
Maple's going out. So just so you know,
Like 2 per turn.
she's gonna do that until she gets to go out there, and then once she sees, oh, there's
I think
nothing
you
out
need
here,
to have-
she'll come back and that'll be it.
I don't want her drinking pool water.
I don't think she will.
My house hardly
Well, then you
survives
guys
time.
You guys should open up the screen door then.
You can continue. I want her.
All right. So you guys have decided to carve up the carcasses, and you're going to use the furs, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at this point, you're all dressed with Vistani
Little
clothing.
Vistani rags.
So you're either wearing Vistani tent rags or Vistani clothing. You guys,
Basically wearing
yeah, you were okay. You're the right size, but Grutz
wearing like
had to
booty pants.
he had to wear some pants that had
Like
some
the baboon.
red, yeah, the baboon pants.
The babooty.
Everyone's Shelly. We all know it.
I already have an idea of how mine looks.
Okay. Well, to do that, so you guys have Ismark asked you to take the carcasses outside and asked you to stack them. I believe Randolph froze them with so that they can use the meat. And
Oh yeah, he did. That was smart.
so they're in his tower. You put them in the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
What
All
is
right.
my tie?
Ismark is just a normal guy, so unfortunately, so he's about 5'10".
I'm not asking for his clothes. For his clothes.
What do you want? He'll give you some clothes. He'll say yes, of course. You're the only one I think I can probably clothe, but yes. What do you want?
Just shirt, pants,
Okay,
and shoes.
Okay.
I already have shoes, but just shirt and pants.
okay. So you just want a shirt and pants, and you want a coat,
Yeah,
cloak
yeah,
of any
too,
kind.
yeah.
Okay,
Cloak.
he can give you a cloak. He's got pretty nice clothes.
I'm
And
gonna
he-
make my beard go up, go back.
Ah,
up to-
okay. So you're naked. Yeah, Ismark says no. No. Let me bring the clothes first, please. My sister. He's got his eyes in front of Irina. Irina's like, what?
What does Irina do? Is she like, oh.
Right. Irina was not impressed. I think she found it a little too pale.
Grutz,
He was a little too pale. She's more interested in seeing
she won't be
Jiminy
seen.
anyway.
What, she doesn't like the Van Whitesnake?
She doesn't. Yeah, no. I don't think
It's
it was.
okay. She
I think it was more
won't
like
be
a
seeing
worm.
chimneys.
I think it was more like a worm, little worm. So we're okay.
Yeah.
All right. So he'll provide you with some clothes. You can get those at some point. So to take the wolf skins, though, I think you have to take them to a tanner, don't you? You have to have somebody
Yep.
that can fix these for you.
Yep.
So he says, let's do that. You'll have to wear what you have now, and I'll ask this. They have a tanner in the town. Let me just make sure. Yeah, they have a tanner. Okay, and oh boy, and we're having trouble.
Yeah, I think she says that she can't. I think she has an infection. But she
Oh.
can't really go pee.
Okay. Well, she's on the wrong side of the house.
Oh,
For that. That's all cement. Yeah, there's
They
nothing.
did say that could be something
He
else.
can open the gate, so and let her through.
He's trying to help her.
Okay. All right. So he suggests that in the morning you'll get some of the people to take the wolf pelts to tanners, and they can work that out. And then those of you that want to be clothed with that, probably Diurd is like somebody that likes to wear wolf. Grutz wants it to. You want?
You're gonna make
full?
yourself some fur boots.
Okay. All right. Well, you can be specific as to what you want.
Ask.
So he says, is there anything else then we need to do tonight? There's a lot of blood, there's a lot of gore around, but I believe W was casting
Disinfection.
to clean things up. So everything's clean. And
Then
as
we
Mark
have the maid
says,
cafe.
in the past few nights, when these things have attacked, once they attack and they leave, they're done. So I believe we have the rest of the night to sleep.
There you go.
So we can sleep. And I invite you all to stay here,
Yes.
or you can go out into the giant spire that this man has created.
Grutz is going in the
Randolph.
tower.
Yeah, I want to go sleep in there. There
Yeah,
are holes in the
bed
walls
and
over there.
everything. They have the
Yeah.
sauna.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So is everybody going to go sleep there, or is anybody going
Yeah.
to stay?
W will stay in the house just in case.
Okay. So Ismark is going to say, "There's a room upstairs. You can stay with me. I appreciate you staying. You can stay in the room with me." And because the other room we have is my father and then Irina.
Yeah.
And he looks at Diurd and he says, "Would you mind staying with my sister?"
Oh, what?
Oh yeah, that has nothing to do with it. I just want her to have company.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, just some company.
Oh.
Yeah, she's going for Jiminy.
So she says, "Thank you all for your help defending against these beasts." And Ismark says, "In the morning, we'll talk again. And I have a request. I've already requested from you to get my father's coffin, right? So we'll have a breakfast. What time do you want to get that? It's about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
6 hours? Oh, wait.
What time is sunrise?
8 hours. Full
Well,
rest.
sunrise is about 6:30, but you need to rest.
Full rest.
Right? I don't know how.
Yeah.
That's the question. Now. I
Yeah,
mean,
a lot
how
of rest
used up
time.
are you?
Grutz may be a beefy man, but he's like half down.
Oh, okay,
rest
so you
time.
probably
8 hours.
want a full rest. That's 8 hours.
Yeah.
Grutz needs to sleep.
Okay, so 8 hours, which would make somewhere around It's probably somewhere around like I said, like 9, 10 o'clock. Yeah,
I'm guessing it's
yeah.
like 2.
What's going on?
Doggy salvation.
Where's she getting it?
Oh, it could have been from the prosciutto.
That's what it is, the prosciutto.
The little
Just push.
plastic separator.
You know what? Just you can take the trash and throw it into the garage. I don't know if it's full or not. I don't know. Mom probably. I don't know where she is. She's probably not in the kitchen. Okay, so he says he'll wake you up at that time. So you guys go into your tower, and is there anything you want to do while you're in the tower?
Lay in the sauna.
20 minutes in the sauna.
20 minutes in the sauna.
Okay.
5 minutes in ice
there's a-
bath.
Do you have an ice bath in there? Why not?
It's just saunas, bathtubs, benches.
There's no cold plunge?
I mean, you can probably get a cold bath. I mean, it's a magical.
Yeah.
This
This is a well-equipped.
Does it have
tower.
ice? Does it have wine? Does it have
Probably
champagne?
not food.
It doesn't have food.
It doesn't have
drinks.
food or drink.
You know,
Oh,
you just
okay.
you frost.
Does it have
bolt
suntan
with the tub.
lotion? Does it have, does it have lotion?
God,
You know, for
Grutz
your-
wants a tan.
I'm trying to think of, does it have a sewing
I
kit?
think it has
Or-
toilet paper.
trying to think of what you have in a
Has
hotel.
toilet
That's
paper.
good. That would
That's
be
what a
good.
lot of people may not have.
All I know is that everything in the tower, if it gets taken out, it kind of just poofs out of existence.
Okay.
So you can't take anything out.
You can't
of
take
it.
You
anything
can't,
out.
you don't
Unless
use
I-
it there.
Unless I cast it at the same location for a year.
So if you sew something with some needle and thread in there, does the needle and thread when you go out go away? Like if you were to sew up a robe, you have a hole in the
Oh,
robe.
that's true.
I'm not sure.
Well,
if,
it depends if you brought the thread from outside.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you're using the thread from inside, it's there.
anything that comes from the
Inside
tower
disappears.
So if there's any blankets you use to cover yourself,
Yeah.
they disappear.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, so if you're gonna do some saunaing and things like that, you're gonna make sure that we're gonna make sure that you
Oh, yeah.
you spend 8 hours
Grutz,
sleeping.
look, Grutz
Yeah,
had
So-
let
blood.
us sweat off the wolf blood.
Grutz had blood
That's
on
good.
his ass cheeks and he's clean.
I'm sorry, I don't think I want to know. Okay, so go ahead
What
and
did you eat?
take your sheet, whatever you've got. If you've got anything that you've
Everywhere.
hit points, go ahead and restore your hit points.
Yay.
Go ahead and restore your spells. If you have to select spells, like I think you have to,
Yeah.
Michael, you need to select your spells.
Yeah, I have.
Wait, you have to select spells?
Yeah.
He has to pre-select.
I
Yeah.
have the repair, so I have like an FT.
Yeah.
I
Do
have
you do that daily, or how do you?
Data,
daily.
Yeah, wizards
Okay.
do it daily.
So I have like an FT app where I can like add spells for like how many spells.
So W, you notice as soon as you get into the room, Ismark, it's the room is up next to the room that Diurd and Irina are in, and they have this bigger room here, and they're sharing that room, and you're sharing the second room down here. You okay?
I was wondering what room I was in.
You went apparently to the well, we don't know. Where would you like to go? I'll let you pick.
What rooms are there?
Well, there's the Burgermeister's bedroom, but Ismark is asking you not to stay there. He's inviting you to stay in the room with him and W, and Irina is spending the night with Diurd. She's got Diurd in
Sausage
it.
Yeah,
fest.
it's gonna be like a spooning fest.
Well,
Where
you
are
know.
you staying?
The tower.
Tower.
I'm going to the tower.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Party
What
there.
makes you think it's not a sausage fest in the tower?
At least there's room in the tower. It's not one room.
Oh, okay.
I can sleep on the bathroom floor. There.
Okay, all
Well,
right.
there's plenty of beds in the second floor.
Exactly.
All right. So Ismark and W go inside, and Ismark sort of just lays down as you're talking to him, and he just lays on the bed. He just kind of sits down. You can see he's kind of like rubbing his side, and he's kind of looking at it.
You know what could
You can
fix
tell
that?
that it's
Oh,
closed
give him a
up
wheat man.
a good bit. You've healed him, whereas he was hurt before, and then he got hurt again, as you did too.
When you gave us your one spell there.
So
No, I know.
you can see he's still bleeding a little bit, but he kind of holds on to it, and you're kind of making some light conversation maybe or something. You can tell he's like gone. He's asleep. He's out. He's just completely out. And you can hear him sort of, his breathing is slowed, and he doesn't snore like I snore, you know, old guy. But you know, he's in. You can tell he's in a deep sleep.
Okay.
Okay, so is there anything that you want to do in the love pad before
No,
we just go
20
to
minutes
the
of the sauna, then 8 hours of sleep.
Well, I'm gonna bathe.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, like, Jiminy's not gonna bathe, but he's definitely gonna go to the sauna to get a little sweaty.
Yeah, see?
He's not gonna rinse.
So he's not going to get into water.
Yeah.
He's going to sit next to it. Okay,
Yeah.
and so he can
He's
get
gonna
all
go to the
hot and
sauna
sweaty.
part, you know?
Sure, yeah, sure. Kind of like that dry sauna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he's
He's just
sweating
gonna sit
all
there and get sweaty. You know?
Get all
Oil
his-
himself up, butter himself up.
Get
you know?
these folds all.
Then they go, Grutz is going Witcher style with his
Yeah.
legs going
He's got to
out.
build his natural
How
muscle.
long are our hair in the game?
I have pretty
I feel
long
like
hair.
We've been adventuring for a while.
Grutz's hair is pretty long, actually.
What, are you gonna give yourself a haircut in there?
I mean, you lost all your hair
Like, yeah, I did.
at one point. So your hair's.
At one
Lost his
point.
hair twice.
Randolph the Balls is what we call him at one point.
Yeah,
So what'd you
that's
say?
True.
He
You
lost
guys
his
were-
hair
You lost your hair twice. Your hair is not all that long. It's kind of what you're at now.
Randolph
I
is
don't
smooth.
know what Grutz is.
Grutz is a
I
fucking,
assume
he's
Epion.
hairy everywhere.
Yeah.
Grutz. He's like a bear.
Yeah, so is Jiminy.
He's just
Okay.
hairy everywhere.
What, Harry?
A hairy ball?
How's that possible? How's that possible?
Genetics.
All right.
Yeah, how's that possible?
And I assume W has
Douglas
fairly
is
long
clean
hair.
shaven.
Okay.
He's a hobbit. Well, wouldn't it be hairy? They're hairy little.
Yeah, they're
nasty
hairy,
things.
that's
W
for sure.
has hair, but it's like he combs
He
it
keeps
and
himself, and I think
Yeah,
Epion
he
probably does too.
manscapes.
Deer,
Yeah.
God knows what
W
Deer does.
manscapes.
Deer's probably. She had birds. in
Epion
her
has
hair.
brush.
I have
Shit.
great nest.
She's got nests and
He
eggs.
brushes daily like Rapunzel.
Yeah, yeah.
Grutz washes
So
his hair.
I think
Six months
where
before
your
you
answer to your question is, what's because are you going to try to restrict people washing their hair in the house?
Well,
Or?
Grutz,
No, no. I just
Okay.
want-
Grutz's beard is helping him do his hair.
Okay.
Yeah, is he gonna like braid it
Yeah.
for you?
Your beard's like this. It's like.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the 8 hours passed. If you have anything that you lost hit point wise or anything, you didn't really
No,
fight.
Jimmy didn't get hit.
You didn't hit or anything.
He's
Okay.
a lover, not a fighter.
All right. So the
Jimmy
next
killed 2 wolves,
the next morning,
He did.
yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
did. He did a good job.
and he didn't get hurt like the rest of you scrubs. Wow.
Grutz
You
kills
guys,
So,
you guys need to step up.
W
A little
wakes up
You just need
and
to sit on the
and
wolves.
Diurd also wakes up, and you find that both Irina and Ismark are not in the rooms.
Aw.
I'm gonna get up and go downstairs.
So you're going to go downstairs. Okay.
Me too.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I want to search the room first. What if she left something behind I can take?
Well,
Investigation.
there's
might learn
some
something about them.
chain. There is a chain.
Chain.
She's got some chains and stuff like that. You
I'm
know,
all
some.
taken.
Oh, Jiminy is going to be having fun.
All right.
I'll take a chain.
And she has a small gold band.
I take that too.
Okay.
Like a ring, you mean?
Oh my god.
All right. And she has clothes. She has regular clothes.
Ooh.
She's much bigger than you, though. She's
That's okay. I'll
She's
make
much
it work.
taller.
I'll just tie it all together to make it look like.
Pretty sure she'll notice if you take.
She's
her
gonna
clothes.
notice.
Are you going to have the really long
Yeah,
sleeves?
we were told not to steal anything from hives.
Okay, then I'll just take the chain and ring then. I like. Oh, if they're like, where's my stuff? Oh, I found it. You know, like I found it for you.
well,
Let
that'll
me
be up to
hide.
you. We'll see
Found
what
it for you
happens
in
if
your
it's noticed.
drawer.
I found it in my
I
pocket.
don't know. Maybe the
I don't know how it got in there.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well you bluff your way through that. We'll see. All right. So downstairs, the place is obviously torn up a good bit, but and you guys in your house. Now you don't have any food there, right?
No.
So what Ismark has done is he's taken in the dining room area. He's taken the table. He's turned it back over, and so he's got some chairs around it, and he's got a simple. Sort of breakfast set up for you as you come in. He's got some porridge. There's a person there working. There's an older woman who is helping with feeding and putting food out. And Ismark is sitting at the table, and Irina is sitting with him. And you can hear W and Diurd as you walk in. You can hear them, and Irina is saying, "When do they leave? When do they go? When do they leave?" And he says, "We're letting them rest, and then once they are up here, take their time because they worked so hard last night. We need to allow them this time to rest." I lost the thing.
Doesn't sound like she wants us there.
Grutz is a
And she
bear in
says,
winter. Hibernation.
She says, "What? How many again?" And he says, "I believe 15, 20." She says, "That's amazing. I heard a lot of noise, but I did not have any idea." And they see you coming in. "Oh, good
Hello.
morning. Good morning." And Ismark stands up and he says, "Good morning." He comes over and he sort of bows to you, Diurd, and he says well, you don't have to do it, but he's doing that.
I'm gonna do it back.
And he's saying,
Okay.
"Okay." He's saying, "No." He takes your hand. He says, he guides you to a chair. He says, "Please, we have breakfast. It's a porridge, very good, very hearty,
Yes.
porridge.
Any drink?
Satisfied until
hopefully satisfying."
Any
You're
drinks?
not there yet.
Oh, okay.
You're not there yet.
Porridge.
So he sits
Jimmy was
down
hoping
and
for some hot cakes.
he says, "Do you care for milk?
Yes, please.
We have
Say
goat
what I
milk."
want.
Oh wait, I don't eat. Do you have any bugs?
Ismark's
Shouldn't there
looking
be
around.
flies around dead
Irina's,
bodies?
Oh,
Irina's
Yeah, there
look-
should be flies around the body.
That
no,
place is
because
taken
hold
over
on,
stolen.
hold on, because
clean.
you took them, you cleaned them, and put them outside, and
Oh,
you
it's in the
froze them.
tower.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look
you
for,
froze
like,
them.
There's nothing in the
roaches or
magic
spiders.
tower.
They're watching you, and they're saying, "Oh, sorry."
I was cursed.
I-
I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
I only eat bugs.
That's all?
Yeah,
Well, we don't normally collect them.
that's okay.
Very sorry.
I'll go around.
Perhaps you might want to go out front.
Under a rock?
There's lots of grass.
Yeah.
Go-
Perhaps
Under a
you will
rock?
find a nice caterpillar, fat
Yeah.
caterpillar or something. You're invited to
Yeah.
do that if
I'm
you'd
gonna
like.
Go do that.
Okay, so you're gonna leave, and so Irina says to Diurd, "Thank you very much for staying with me last night. I felt much more confident with you in the room.
Oh
with
yes,
me.
I made sure, you were protected, especially your bosom area, like I shielded them with my hands.
Oh my, yes? What could you do with your hands? I didn't see. I was too busy going out in the hallway, perhaps. What do you do with your hands?
I shield bosoms.
You shield what?
The bosoms.
The bosom?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Yours? Mine?
Everyone's.
Oh, okay. All right.
That implies Jiminy's as well.
Can you even see?
His are a little
these?
more sweatier.
She
They
says,
kinda
how
get
long have you
stuck.
traveled with this group?
Oh, maybe about like 7, 8 months. like
And
that.
how do you find them? Do you find them to be very courageous?
Well, like when I first went out with them, a couple of them were assholes.
Oh,
I got locked in
she's
a
like,
room.
oh, okay.
But
Who
you
were
know,
the assholes? If you don't mind my asking.
little fat man and
Jimmy? No. I find that hard to believe. No.
yeah, like he rolled out.
I'm a little.
Okay, bye. You can die.
He rolled out of a room?
He rolled out of the room.
What was in the room?
Like an auto butt.
What was in the room?
Like knights or something?
It
Optimus
was
Prime rib.
scary armor that came to life. And tried to
I
kill
can't
me.
believe Jiminy would leave you alone.
I
He
could
seems
believe
like such a hero. He seems like he
She
was,
laughed when you said that.
he seems like he would stand next to you. Ismark says, Irina, I think that is too invasive a question. Perhaps Jiminy had his own reasons.
She's
And,
still
uh,
yeah,
she
being
says-
a dick. That was his reason.
Oh.
Jiminy Carlyle knows a trap when he sees
Oh, and Rena says, who else was an
That's
asshole?
double-sided.
Oh,
Yeah.
like I know there was that Randolph
they're
guy
looking
who
at each
seals
other.
the door.
They're looking at each other. Oh, and Ismark is like,
But they're all good now. We're all
oh,
chill.
oh, good, good.
Oh, good.
Perhaps they did not know. Perhaps they thought you could take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Exactly.
was trying to run out and they're like, okay, bye.
Oh. But did they do something nice for you since? I mean, why would you stay with them if they were not nice to you?
Well, like I collect a lot of shit when I'm with them.
Oh, what does that mean?
Well, I
You might not want to go too specific.
Well, look at this shit right
I collect little stones and twigs.
How is it that they help you to find those? Do they have good eyesight?
No, we go traveling and I can
Oh.
find,
Oh.
cute little stuff that I could decorate with my garden.
Oh, in your garden. Oh.
Yes, I got a little garden.
That sounds nice. That sounds very nice. Ismark is looking and Irina says, well, we don't have many gardens here, unfortunately. Things are a little tough to grow here.
Oh, I'll
You will
find
find,
something.
you'll find, yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
good.
I'll find something.
Good. All right, so as you're talking, the rest of you can come in as you're having this conversation. And Ismark and Irina both stand again, and Ismark bows to you all, and he says, thank you for honoring us. And Irina comes over, and she puts her arm around Jiminy, and she takes him and guides him over. She says, Jiminy, please come and sit next to me. I want to thank you for last night.
Oh,
I want to say thank you for defending me.
Of
Your
course,
honor, my
good.
honor.
good.
Ismark says,
Defender of all people.
Porridge all around?
Thank you.
A good porridge, healthy?
Are we even there yet?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
we
gonna-
just said we
I'm
arrived.
gonna send my owl out. so
God,
he can
I'm
catch,
looking
like,
fresh
small
after that
pregnant
sauna.
You are
Yeah,
glowing.
Grutz is glowing.
I'm sorry,
after
okay, I
that
missed
sauna.
your
I said
sitting.
I'm gonna send out my owl.
First
so
time
it
he's
can hunt
conditioner.
the food for itself.
Oh, okay, all right, okay. Maybe he'll
Jiminy
find some
Carlyle
bugs.
is
Yeah.
going for
You're
something else.
shivering.
He's what's he feeding him?
Draco's gonna eat like a little mouse.
We found a mouse.
Yeah.
You don't eat mice.
No, but Draco does.
Okay. Wouldn't Draco find that himself?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
No, he's a privileged ferret.
That's okay. There's lots of rats. Are you sure it's a baby roll very quickly a 6-sided die? And if it's a 6, it's a mouse.
6.
Oh, you got a mouse. That's very
I rolled
good.
for bugs.
Sure.
Just to see how many bugs I get.
Roll
Sure.
for bug.
You don't get to roll a d20.
The bugs are
No, it's
minutes.
to
They're
see how
still like
well I
small little
find
bugs.
it.
Yeah, that's okay.
I rolled a 12.
So you find a nest of ants.
Oh, cool. He's gonna
There's a
eat
whole
it.
bunch of
Yeah.
kind of it's in a rotten kind of log.
Well, it's-
So, but it's crawling with the.
He's going.
It's like a feast for you.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to just get the log along.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna stare at it and I'm gonna like at least we don't have to worry as much about food for everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
Okay,
good point.
Bismarck, we should get down to business.
Did you call him business? Ismark?
Yes, I refuse
Is
to call it
Ismark. Irina's looking
I
at you.
refuse to say otherwise.
Ismark.
I'm gonna.
Please call my
is
brother
there wine
correctly.
here, or what's the drink?
Oh,
Okay.
we have very little wine, and it's
You
best.
need more porridge.
No, no, what's the drink?
Okay, we'll get more. We have good milk and water.
I'll take water.
Do you have any fruit?
Oh, no fruit.
Jimmy needs more milk.
Ismark.
Milk will do.
Irina's listening to you, and she looks at Ismark, and he says, "They're not from here." He says, "You have tasted your last fruit before you came. There is no.
There's grapes.
There is no fruit.
There is grapes.
Yeah.
But the grapes are used. The grapes are used to make the wines.
That means there's grapes. We can find some grapes.
If
That's
you
a
can
fruit.
get some.
I'm gonna use my cantrip.
Ismark.
hand.
Can't fool you, Grutz.
Mage hand. Okay.
It's gonna create like a little hand.
If
and
there
I'm
were
gonna-
no hand.
I'm gonna have it go and grab onto the drink and just pour the drink.
Okay, in your mouth.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just,
Ismark. We should
So-
get down to business about the coffin. Better
Yes,
early than late.
yes. Thank you, first of all, again, for last night.
Yeah.
I want to thank you. It's the first night I slept in many nights, knowing that I have this group in and around us to help protect my sister. Irina's kind of looking at you all, and then she smiles at Jiminy.
Hell yeah.
And so the lady comes in, and she gives you all another bowl of porridge. Ismark says, as I've told you, we need to bury my father. We need to bury him by nightfall, by dawn. In our area, the Morning Lord requires you to take the body to the graveyard cemetery, perform rites before the third day, and then bury just at dawn, before dawn. So we need a coffin. We have no coffin.
We will gut the coffin.
The coffin maker is northeast of here.
Okay. Yes.
I'll show you a map on a map. He'll provide you a map.
Let's-
It's just a drawn layout, but I'm going to show
Let's
you.
have a quick question.
Yes.
If the body needs to be laid just before dawn, where is the cemetery relative to your house?
So
Or do we have to stay the night at a different location?
he's going to.
Oh, so we could bring the casket
Because
straight there.
nighttime's dangerous, and if we have to bury it just before dawn, that's.
So he's going to show you a map. Now this
So
is
we
a
could
more
always stay at the church.
detailed
Yeah,
map.
we want to.
So he says we are down here. Do you want to move the camera to the,
Yeah,
to
no, might be
the
good.
screen? Says fortunately for you, Village of Barovia is kind of like a triangle upside down. So my house, the Burgermeister house, is at the bottom of the
What's
triangle.
the point?
It's at the point. So you can go up here this way, and you can go straight, almost straight away, and up here is the church.
How long will that take us out of the
To
game?
walk there,
Yeah.
7
5
minutes,
minutes?
but
Okay,
we
so
will be carrying coffin.
Yes.
So,
So Grut's question is it has to be buried before dawn, right?
Yes.
do you mean
So that
you mean
means-
dawn or dusk?
Does it have
The
dawn is
Dawn.
Dawn
day.
for the morning
I'm just
light.
making
Yeah.
sure he wasn't confused.
Because it's
No,
the morning
at-
order. Morning
during the
order.
evening, according to our laws, and to
Okay,
our,
so we have to
the
do it
Morning
before the
Lord
sun.
requires us to take the body
Okay.
to the cemetery, and the cemetery is up here, behind the church.
Because Grut's question is then we have to bring it in during night.
Yeah,
Because
but I guess
it's
we
before dawn.
just have to do it right
No,
now.
we leave it
Just get
outside.
out for-
I will have I'm sorry.
Huh?
Go ahead. You were saying something. I was speaking over you. I'm sorry. Yeah, you. Epion.
I was saying, if it's just before dawn, we're only going to be outside at night for a very brief moment.
Well, we will actually be out there for a little while. We will. I will have the father
See?
speaking. He will have to pray. He has to do prayers over the body. And
How
so
long does he need to
Before
pray
dawn is
for?
night. So an attack could very likely happen at night.
the
So
the,
we
the
probably
ceremony is
start
probably about
the
an hour.
ceremony.
An hour. Okay, so we have to be out there for.
But we take the body out. We
So Grutz and us, we have to protect you during the ceremony. This is going to happen at night, an hour before dawn.
He's thinking. You know, you're right. I didn't think of this. I will have to talk to the father. Perhaps we can shorten the window. Normally, we take the body in the coffin. We stay there for hours. We pray. The father will pray over all of us and the body, and then we pray. Is my father, so it is my respects to my father. And Irina says, yes, she says, it's very important. It's the last time that we can talk
Yeah.
to him and say our goodbyes. And it is also there's Why are you smiling?
I was gonna say, well, the last time you had a doc was probably a couple days ago.
Well, but we believe that he can still hear us.
You spend too long saying your
We
goodbyes,
can-
you might be saying hello again.
Grutz has crazy idea. It's crazy.
It's pretty wise.
Why don't we create the tower over the tomb and then break the bottom of the tower and bury him in the tower? And then when the tower disappears, he's out in the open. But we're technically inside a house,
Because-
thus vampires
I
can't
think
come.
they want him out where the moon
like
is
this
at,
one.
like in the
Grutz? Okay, scrap the plan then. Okay?
Okay.
I thought it was a pretty good plan.
I liked it too, actually.
Sometimes you gotta break the system to complete the adventure.
Well, I don't know what to say. I don't know how that would work. I don't know how it would work.
Why don't we
If you
say-
create the tower over the plot,
Yes.
how are you going to get to the plot?
Break the bottom.
Yeah, rip it up board by board.
Reveal the tomb, the plot.
He's gonna rage on the floor.
Then
That,
we dig.
or they can leave a window open and pray outside. We can have the tower next to the plot, right? They can hang outside the window and
Would
pray,
it not be
right?
respectful for the dead then?
Or-
Yeah, they're not.
Or-
They're looking at you
Or
like arenas. Like,
Grutz is going to say, or we make the tower near the grave, and when danger strikes, you guys can quickly run in.
Yeah, you run into the castle or whatever. Yes.
If I had a little bit more experience, I
Can't he not do the tower again until it's been a whole 24
Oh.
hours? Oh, but that'll
Yeah,
be
but he
fine.
did
Yeah,
it-
he did it during
No,
the
no,
Did
Jiminy
during the
Carlyle.
night.
Yeah, so he'd be
Nighttime.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be okay.
yeah, I think it would just be past that time.
Yeah.
So
it'd work.
we could just put
You,
the tower
well,
near the
you
grave.
created the tower sometime around 2
And then,
or 3
this is even more
o'clock.
perfect. We could protect ourselves in the tower till near dawn, and then just leave the tower right next to the grave.
Perhaps I will talk to the father, Donovich. I will ask him if there's a way for us to make this a shorter sermon
Yeah, maybe say
and
bye
make
real
it
quick.
smaller. But it's not for me to have tower to run to.
Yeah.
That's
On the outside of the church.
You should let us talk to him.
We were very convinced.
Why?
No, the priest.
Sure, why not?
So I don't know if that
You
body
can talk to the father if you want, but I will talk to him while you are gone getting the coffee.
Okay, we'll get Coffin now.
I can do that.
We just need to get the coffee.
Grutz is gonna drink the porridge real fast.
Okay.
Jimmy needs a fourth bowl. He's already had 3.
Okay, that's fine.
He needs more.
All right,
And more
so
milk.
he's basically going to say, based on this map, you'll go up to the center of town where there's the fountain and turn right, and you can go up this way to this road.
Okay.
And then last road in town, you take a left and you go up, and you will go to the northeast road.
Okay.
Okay, so it heads northeast. Dimitri, his
Right, left, right before end of town, and straight that way.
yeah, you go to fountain, we'll turn right. And
Left
then
at the
it's
end of town.
at the end of the town, and turn left and follow the road,
Yes.
and you will follow it out
Grutz
of town.
got it.
Dimitri's cottage is about 30 minutes out of the town. And please make sure, he should have coffins already made. I don't know why he has not delivered already. He should have delivered the coffin.
Okay.
As
Does Strahd know your dad's dead?
Well, I didn't tell him, but Strahd knows everything.
Then Strahd
He
may
is the
know
land.
that you're
He's
trying to get a
ancient and
coffin.
he is the land.
Does he know my favorite color?
I
He
don't
should know
know.
Grutz if
I
he
don't know
wants to be
you.
Grutz's friend.
When next time you see him, you can ask him.
Grutz's friend should know Grutz's favorite color. It's part of
well, I'm gonna ask.
part of the rule.
It's kind of part of the friendship ring ceremony.
Has Strahd ever come after Irina during the day?
The question is
No.
what happens if Strahd planted a trap for when you picked up the coffin? Because he must know the town worships the Morning Lord. So he must know
He
his
does.
ritual.
He does.
And so then he might have planted a trap at the coffin maker.
Perhaps. That's why I'm.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sending you.
Yeah!
And I'm
That's
not
why
going.
Grutz is
Because I cannot
Because
leave.
Grutz knows his friend. He knows his
I
plans.
would think.
He might have a surprise
Well,
party
you
for
should
you.
have said his name.
Between that and one needing to know Epion's favorite color, I don't know.
Guys, stop saying his name.
I'm gonna say this. First
Please.
off.
I say friend. I don't
Okay,
say
I'm
his
gonna
name.
say. I'm gonna say not friend.
We don't speak of the non-colored
I'm
color.
gonna say
Yeah.
Lord. He's a lord.
He's the Lord.
Well, he's a lord.
The pompous
and
king.
He's probably, even though he's a vampire now, he probably at least upholds some of his standards
Or
of
we could call
when
him
he
the
was a
Red
lord.
King.
So.
He absolutely does. He
So,
maintains
okay.
certain protocols.
So he retains. He probably tries
Well,
to still be
we'll just
honorable.
figure it out.
No. He probably still
He,
tries to be
if he knows
honorable
my
in some
father,
way.
he knows my father. My father worked with him on the lottery,
Yeah.
so he knows my father. He probably knows my father is dead.
He might respect at least
Yeah.
burying the body.
Yeah.
Well, let's go then. Grutz is gonna get out of the
We
table.
should go to the castle.
And start
So he's going to say, Irina, can you go upstairs for a minute and get some clothes for the young lady here? Well, maybe we give her some of your clothes. And she says, oh, all right, sure, I will.
Is there a tanner in town? We could drop the
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah, okay. He'll have talked to you about that.
Okay.
So Irina leaves,
okay.
and Ismark says,
Yeah.
I must tell you, it's very difficult to talk about my father's death in front of Irina. He was trying to protect her every night. We believe he had a heart attack. He died from protecting my sister. So it's very important that we do her right, the honor, and him the honor of the proper burial. I understand your concerns. I'm very confident that you can help. I do not know if that beast knows of what's happened to my father, but he knows everything that is going on in this land. So it's possible that he may show. You are right. He could show. But please do me a favor and try to help me to take my father to a dignified burial
Yes.
and an end. And then we will talk about what I think is the next step. And here's Irina's coming back down. My sister must leave. She is no longer
Yes.
safe here. So I will talk to you about that when you return. But
Okay.
please, go to see Dimitri
Yes.
and bring back Coffin. So she's starting to walk in, and he says, must have rising sun, setting sun on the lid.
Grutz can make one if there's not one.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Okay, I did not know you had such talent.
Yes.
She brings to you some clothes that are more like pants.
Ooh.
They're like down to your knee, and she brings a tighter tunic, so to speak. It's not like a robe or anything. Yeah, it's kind of like a pirate. Like I was just gonna say, it's kind of cropped down like this, and there's some frill around it a bit. And there's a long sleeve so that it can protect your sleeve a little, your arm a little. And she says, my armor will not fit you. So I brought you clothes, and she has brought you what looks like some boots. She says, these are walking shoes. These are good boots that I have worn. She says, you're about the size I was, about 7 years ago. So I happened to find some older clothes. She says, I apologize if they are not quite, there may be some threadbares, but,
I'm a pirate druid now.
okay,
Oh, you're looking cute, dude.
okay.
Cool.
So you can put those clothes on at your discretion.
I'll put them on right now.
Well, wait till Ismark is, no, please, out in the next room.
She's very in tune with nature.
Yes, I see, yes, very, very understand, yes. So Irina says, oh, I'm glad that these can fit you. And if you want, I can see if I have another pair of clothes for you.
Oh no, this is perfect.
Okay, good. All right, so Ismark says, any other instructions, any
Nope.
other things I can answer for you? You should stay on the path. You
Did
should
you
be
say you
able
were
to
going to get
pass.
us clothes and weapons?
That's not gonna be today, Sam.
Well, I can get you regular clothes if you like.
How much
I
for
can.
both clothes?
He says I can give you Epion some of my clothes. Would you like some of mine?
Yeah, sure. What do you got?
Okay. I will go and get you a tunic and pants. Do you need boots?
Yes, I'd love some boots.
Okay, I can bring you some boots. The only other person I can offer is W and Harry one. Harry one.
I already got clothes.
I got clothes.
He's giving you clothes too. So
Okay.
I'll take actual pants because my pants are a little too tight.
okay, yes, that can be very uncomfortable, especially walking. So just follow Pat. So he's going to bring down, it's your basic, like pants that go. Your pants will all go down to basically your calves and stuff, and ankles, and shirt. The shirts are long sleeve shirts again. They're not short sleeve. And he says, the swords you have, please take swords. I will grant you those swords. And is there anything else I can provide? I don't know. I will. Do you want me to? You want to
Rations?
say what?
Rations for if we're gonna help Irina.
Yes, we'll pack you something. It's.
I don't have my unlimited food.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
All right.
Jiminy Carlyle.
So we can pack you some food.
Yeah.
and he's gonna get. They're gonna build like some bread and cheese, and then they'll give you some Boda bags of water. They don't. Wine is becoming too scarce. It's becoming too scarce. He says. So on your way out, the Tanner's is on your way out. Actually, it's on the route. And just to handle that here now, who wants to get clothes made by the Tanner? Okay, all three of you.
Yeah,
Four,
me too.
all of you.
Yeah.
And you?
Jimmy's badass to wear wolf skin.
I'm gonna go to the coffin maker.
Oh, I wanna.
Well, wait a minute. You're going to go as a group or you're going to go by yourself?
Yeah, you're
He's
gonna
going by himself.
That's up to you.
Bye.
It's up to you. I don't care.
You gotta carry the
You got the
coffin
mighty
yourself.
Bezos, so
Yeah.
Bezos will.
Grutz is picking up the pelts and taking them to the tanner.
Okay, so we'll just quickly go through that. So at the Tanner's, and as you go in, the Tanner's actually way further out of town, almost all the way out, because it smells really bad. It really stinks. Tanning is nasty. Boiling of skin and boiling of stuff. So this you bring all of that stuff to him, and he says, well, I have other furs that I've already been working on so that I can turn it around quicker. So
Hey.
Do you have a bear?
a bear? No, very rare to get bear.
Something like this.
Okay,
Yeah, Jimmy
that's a little dominatrix. So he says, okay, doesn't says it doesn't take. Okay, I got you. Okay, that looks like more what Grutz would wear, but
Yeah,
okay,
it looks very barbarian.
yeah, it looked like dominatrix. What
No,
we?
he's struggling with his identity.
Ye old dominatrix.
Okay,
I'm gonna keep Bezos with Ismark and Irina at their place.
okay.
He's gonna send Wash on their rooftop.
Okay, so so they're going to measure you. He says, I have enough skins now to be able to cover you. What do you want? He's
I want a
looking
little
at.
hat made out of the wolf head. I want a vest. And I want a little loincloth. Into boots.
Okay, boots.
Yeah, boots. He gave a tail.
You want the wolf tail?
Back of the loincloth, the tail.
All right. Okay. And you want wolf head too?
Grutz want wolf head, but outfit like this. It's very little covering.
Okay,
Just like
more
shoulder
like
pads.
Conan. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Kind of like Conan.
It's kind of like a barbarian. Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
So it's mostly
With a little fur
loincloth.
Yeah.
You want the head.
Yeah.
You're kind of the same, except you want
Yeah,
a
it's
vest.
one head.
You don't have a vest.
Jimmy Carlyle wants a vest.
He says leather maker is is also in town. Can make you leathers of some of that stuff you want is leather, right? The straps and stuff. Yeah.
He
So
wants to be strappy.
okay. So he says I can get leather,
Final Fantasy.
and he says to you,
Square Enix special.
will cost.
What do you mean? We're providing
How much?
shells.
Labor cost.
Well, I will trade pelts.
Yeah, how many
We
pelts?
probably bought more than enough
Yeah,
pelts to not only cover
so-
what we bought,
so I will
but it
ask-
probably covers a lot
They
of
give you the excess. Oh, I'm gonna roll persuasion.
Okay.
Okay. I got 18.
Oh, okay. He says, that's true. I will take the other pelts in trade. All right.
Hey,
Okay.
that's all.
As you were walking through the town, so you've taken this route.
Now we go to the cactus.
So now you've gone out and you've walked down this. As you're walking down and you've come to this area in the fountain, we're backing up a little bit. I just wanted to get the Tanner over with. So you've left. You've got your stuff. You've got your basically your.
Oh, I
trident.
didn't say what I wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want like the full pelt where it has like the head on top and
Yeah.
then like the arms like a scarf.
So you want to be able to
know,
tie
like
with the arms,
Hercules
or
with
you,
the lion
yeah,
thing,
he
yeah?
had the whole arms
I
hanging
see.
down. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You can use it as a scarf.
All
You're
right.
making me a wolf tail buffalo.
A wolf tail what?
Butt plug.
You shove it in your ass.
He's looking at
Makes
you.
it look like
What
a-
is what is that? What is that?
It's a,
Get steel balls.
Where do I get what?
it's a item.
She's Do you have any steel swords? Can you
Yes.
take the pommel
Yeah.
and put a wolf tail on it?
Yes.
You can do that.
Sure.
Perfect.
Yes, thank you.
Can you bring me pommel?
Sure.
And this makes for what?
You have a dagger, right?
Yes, I have
How does
that.
this help you?
You give it to Grutz.
It helps me a lot.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Helps me get through the day.
Okay. All right. Makes you feel better. Okay.
Yes, seriously.
Sure. Sure.
What?
He's short. He says, how big a pommel you want?
Oh, no,
Make a dagger.
not very big. Here's your dagger.
Okay. Oh, you're going to give him a dagger?
Yeah.
Okay. He's looking at it. Okay. That's good. Okay. And you want wolf around this?
Tail, yeah.
Wolf tail. Wolf tail. Okay. All right. All right. So he's gonna move on. Okay. So as you're walking down this street, you come to the fountain, and it was over here that was where you saw the rope that was going across the street, and you saw the hanging body.
Yep.
And as you look down there now, you do not see it at all. There's
It
nothing
is an offering to the vampires.
Instead-
Maybe that was the Blood Lord's offering.
Instead, on top of one of the buildings, you hear, let's see if I can do this. Oh! Oh! You can look up and there's two crows.
owls!
Oh!
I'm gonna look
Oh!
at the crows and be like,
And they're kind of cawing at you. You can see they're looking at you. Oh! 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 And one of them starts kind of shifting, and then you see it flaps, and it flies away to the west.
That crow's too smart. I don't
Oh!
trust it.
And this crow starts to fly around, and it's circling you on top of you.
Crows on the.
Just those two. One of them left.
Wizard, shoot it with spell.
what if it's some eyes?
It would have had a letter.
I'm gonna use a minor illusion to make another crow appear on the ground.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna let her to the crow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's gonna like.
So
Yeah, it is.
where's your crow? Where's your crow?
It's on the ground in front of us, like about 15 feet away,
Okay.
and it's gonna like strut around.
So you see it. Okay. Okay. So this other crow sort of lands next to it, and it's kind of like walking, and it's kind of walking around and looking at it, and
It's gonna look back.
it's just kind of looking at it.
My crow's gonna go like this.
Okay. And it's looking at it too. It's just looking.
Sexual tensions. Gosh darn.
It's gonna flap.
So they're just kind of looking at each other, and it's up to you. And then the one flies. It flies away.
My crow's gonna look down at the ground very sadly.
Aw, rejected.
That's probably a spy with that, yeah, let's be honest with ourselves.
That's why Grutz said do
We probably
magic.
should have killed it.
Grutz said use magic
Yeah, I would
wizard.
have murdered it.
All right. So as you're walking along, okay, go ahead and move the camera to
My
me.
crow's gonna pretend to die on the ground, like a
And
Shakespearean
as you're
actor.
moving up to the tanner, and you're walking
Birds
along,
nowadays, they're all cameras.
Yeah, there's no birds. Birds don't
There's just
exist.
a team of birds anymore. They're all scared cameras for the government.
If it flies, it spies.
They got replaced in the 80s.
Mike,
What?
if it flies, it spies.
Yeah, exactly.
as you're walking down one of the streets, you still haven't gotten to the tanner yet, but as you're walking down the street, you can hear this continuous noise of creaking. Now, as you're walking through, you notice that there's really very few people in the
There's
town.
creaking.
Grutz,
Hold
take
on.
lead.
There's this. You notice the streets only have occasionally a person is walking along. They're like maybe carrying a basket of like a bushel or a basket of
Where
like
do we
maybe
hear
some
creaking
grain. Or I'm going to get to that.
Oh.
Or and then maybe they're carrying clothes and things like that.
Jerky.
But they are not. They stare at you and look at you, but they don't stop to talk to you.
They're jealous. Grutz's buns.
Yeah, they're just afraid.
So as you're walking down one of the streets, you start to hear this creaking noise, and it sounds like it squeaks and groans, and you can tell it's like a cart. And occasionally you hear a simple bell, like a little bells, ting, ting, ting.
With an ice cream
Yeah, I
cart.
was gonna say, hey, Jiminy Carlyle said-
And as you look far ahead of you, you can see there's a cart, and it's being pulled by someone in front. There's no animal or horse.
Jimmy's gonna run to that ice cream cart.
It's a small.
It's a
Okay.
collector. They
It's
put bodies in the
it's a
water.
cart that's short. It's small. It's shorter, and it only has the two wheels. The wheels are just normal, and they're kind of bouncing along.
Do
the
we
road.
see anything on the cart?
During the plague days, they every
The
day
cart
they
stops
throw-
in front of a
Yeah,
house,
that's what it is.
one of the houses.
I mean, it's vampires. Blow people.
And the person, you can see a person move around. It sets the handles of the cart down, and it moves around. The cart is just made of wood. It's kind of small. It's not much bigger than the table that I have in front of me. It's a little bit longer.
Do we see
And you-
anything on it?
You can see that it's covered in a blanket,
Oh.
just like a puffy blanket.
Sounds like.
Are you going to run up to it?
Yeah.
Did you say
Jimmy.
Reveal
Reveal it.
Realize it's not an ice cream cart.
Jimmy.
I'm gonna
Jimmy.
use mage hand, and I'm gonna have the hand go over and like lift the cover.
Okay. So the person that has gotten out of it and walked over, it's kind of
as
Yeah.
he does that, I'm gonna make my crow illusion appear like to float up in unison.
with the hand.
Yeah, like it's the crow doing.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
poke it with my shoe.
you can see, you're not there yet.
Oh.
You're not quite there. I was trying to leave enough room to see what was going on. How far can you do your hand, by the way?
30 feet.
Okay, you're fine. So you're not going to run up, Jiminy.
No.
No.
Can you see the hand?
So as your hand is opening it up, you can see the other another a hand reach out from these robes and it's swatting at your hand. You hear it. Get away! Get away!
Gonna make the crow.
Get away! Now, does it go through the hand or?
Yeah.
I mean, you can pick up stuff. I'm not sure.
It's probably a tangible thing if you can pick up.
So it'll smack it. You hear it smacking the hand. It's
It's
smacking it.
Get
Get away, you! Get away, you! No!
That.
And it's looking,
trying to lift up the person's skirt.
because that goes all the way down. You want it to go now down? This is good. Okay, so it pulls up the skirt and she's like swatting at it now. And you can see pasty white legs that look kind of droopy and, and you can tell now as you're looking at it that this is an elderly woman that you're trying to molest. Okay, nicely done. Nicely
Okay,
done.
I'm gonna let go.
Let's continue.
So she looks down at you and she sees you and she sees you all and she's
Hello.
she's pushing the bat and she sees the hand and so she starts pushing away the blanket and you see her pull out
Need a hand?
from out of there. She pulls out a little basket and she says, "Oh, hello, who are you?
Hello.
Who are you?
We're new here.
Yes, I don't recognize you. Come,
Yes.
come see Granny. I
Hello,
don't
Granny.
recognize any of you." Oh, she's looking at you first, Grutz.
Yes.
And she says, "Oh, big hairy man. Oh,
Yeah, that's
yes,
me.
you look like you could save a lot of people."
Yeah.
And she's looking at all of you and she says, "Oh, very handsome men." And then she's looking at W. "You're very handsome.
Thank you.
Oh, I would love to have been at least 50, 55 years younger to
Oh,
see
I
you
don't
all."
mind age.
Then she looks at Jiminy and she says,
Age is but a number.
"He says, oh, little fat man, you look so much like fat. You look very pleasant. You look like you would be fun to be with.
Oh, yeah,
What are you all doing here?
We're getting a coffin for a friend.
Jimmy's a fucking party.
Oh, where are you going to? Coffin Makers?
Yes.
Demetrius. Oh, yes.
How is he
up the
doing?
road. I don't know. I don't go
Oh,
to
that's
see
sad.
him.
What do you
How
have
do
in your cart?
How have
What's
you
in the
been?
cart?
I have pasties. Would you like a pasty?
No, I'm
Maybe
okay.
for your journey. It's good food.
I eat bugs. I'm okay.
They're only 1 gold each.
That's a lot.
1 gold each. It's cheap. It's good price.
I'll pay your gold. You don't
Okay.
have money. What money?
All
wait.
right. Would you like
Wait,
meat?
I don't have a gold.
Russ is the one
Never
holding the
mind.
I don't have
purse.
that kind of
You
money.
each
I'm
were
not.
given
Yeah, we each.
Oh,
you- for defending
Oh, how
the
much money were we
night.
given?
Like
You were
Well,
each given 5 gold,
Well, then we also sold the wine and we got 17.
Grutz
but the
got
wine
that
is
money.
for Grutz.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna buy a
That's
pastry.
Grutz the money.
She
For-
says,
for
"Would
the
you like?
team.
Would
How
you
much
like
gold did you
meat
get?
pasty or fruit pasty?
I
Grutz
Or
want
chocolate?
fruit pasty.
I'll take the meat.
Okay, she says, "Is
Wait,
wolf meat?"
hold up.
Yes.
How do you have fruit pasty if there's only grapes? Is it
Oh,
a grape pasty?
I took it back. I take it back. There are no fruit.
false advertising.
Yes,
Wow.
only
Continuity.
meat and
Continuity.
potato. I meant to say potato.
Grutz want meat potato. Grutz is gonna give it gold.
I don't have meat and potato.
I'm not-
I have potato.
New recipe idea.
Smush
This
them
meat
together.
is good.
And
Has
potato.
onions.
I'm not gonna eat
Turnip?
it yet.
Oh.
Oh,
So she
this
takes
is
it out.
the
It's a like a half crest. You know,
Okay.
it's like a D shaped, and it's got little carves into it. You know, so it's like little the pastry's got, and it's like a half moon, and it's golden brown, and it's kind of warm. You can smell it, and it smells really good. She says, "This is minced wolf meat, onion and potato. I know you like it. I put some salt and pepper in it too for you."
Well, you just said there was no meat and potato once.
No, I said this. Did I?
Yeah, then you just said that one
You
was.
said
All right,
it's only
you're
meat.
too specific
Say-
on
I
me.
thought you said there was
Give
no
me a
fruit
break.
ones.
All right, all right. They're all the same. Let's just make it that way. They're just all the same.
They're all wolf and potatoes.
As she's
It's okay,
talking
she
to
has
you,
dementia.
this little boy comes running out of the house,
He's gonna rob us.
and he's
Gold
running
purse.
up to her, and you hear him calling her, and he says, "Granny, Granny, it's nice to see you again." And she says, "Vidger, oh, it's good to see you." She gives him a hug, and he hugs her. And then, what?
It's a scam.
And
I was about
then
to say this
out
other
from the
character.
front door comes a woman, and she's holding a baby. You can see her holding a baby, and she's looking, and she waves. Granny waves, and she's looking at all of you, and
Hello.
she sees you wave, and she's
My beard's gonna wave.
like, kind of. She's
That's probably weird.
That's definitely weird. Yeah, that's a little too much for you. So, so she's handing you the pasties, and she says, "This will be very good for you while you walk all the way to the coffin maker. We'll fill you up, make you feel good."
Jiminy, I got meat for you.
Jiminy was told not to eat the pasties.
I'm
Granny
gonna pay
looks at
for
you.
it.
Who said that?
I'm not telling you.
Mom,
It
Why would they
I
arrived.
say
know
that?
who you are.
why would they say I'm Granny?
Last time I ate food from an old lady, she put me in a cage.
That's not wrong.
I don't have a cage here.
I don't believe
I
you.
would not do that to
I don't
you.
believe you.
Why would I do that to
Because the
you?
last time an old lady gave me food, she put me in a
It's
cage.
okay, Grandma. He's just a little upset about what happened last time.
The little boy says, "You are in a cage.
Yeah.
Why?"
Because an old lady gave me food, put me in a cage.
He looks at you. He says, "Do you want to play later?
Depend what we were playing.
We'll play tag."
Tag?
Yeah,
Okay.
hide and seek.
I smack him. You're it! Jimmy's gonna start running around.
He's
the
gonna-
yard.
Knock him down.
He's
Like,
gonna cry. He's gonna start crying. He's crying. Granny says, "Oh, your little friend is not very nice."
Grutz is gonna pick up the crying kid.
That's
and
why
give
he was
him
put in a
piggyback ride.
cage.
he's just
No.
very competitive.
He-
Oh.
Naughty.
Grutz
Very
gonna
naughty. Yes.
Grutz is gonna give the kid a piggyback ride and give
Boy,
him
you're
a
looking
meat
you were
pasty.
guys in trouble.
Oh, he likes that. Okay, so
I'm
you
also
pick him
giving
up
him
and
the
put him
meat
on you.
pasty.
He
Yeah.
stops
Maybe
crying.
all
She goes,
around.
"Thank you very much."
No
the
problem.
mom is looking out from out there, and she says, "What did you do to my boy?
He's
You're
it.
just nice boy.
He's it.
You're
Jimmy's gonna run away.
so mean."
I'm gonna ask
Sorry,
the
he's
old
shy.
lady.
Who?
Do you make those pastries yourself?
Not shy.
or
He's
do
it!
you just
You're
deliver
asking the
them?
mom or the granny?
Oh,
Granny.
Granny says, "Oh yes, I make them myself."
Do you give
Oh.
him to the bartender?
She said, "He buys them, yes."
Does most of the
Is the
town-
bartender the one that said don't eat them?
No.
Okay.
Does most of the town eat your pastries?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, many people in town. Not
You're made out of
everybody.
people, don't you know?
Well, I mean,
Haven't
Grutz
you
is
seen
just give a
Sweeney
kid
Todd?
one. Grutz is gonna pick up the kid and give it to the mom.
That barber's wife.
She
was
can set him
beautiful.
down. She'll,
Yeah.
She's kind of standing at the door. She's come out a little bit to the front, and she's.
Sorry
she says,
about that.
"Who
ma'am.
are you all? Who are you?"
This is a bit
I'm
of a-
Grutz, and Grutz is gonna flex.
I'm gonna say, isn't this kind of a premium though? A gold piece for
Yeah, that's what I said.
a meal.
That's fucking expensive.
It's
for
very
this
good.
place.
I'm gonna
You will
roll. I want to
find-
roll persuasion.
It's very good.
Grutz gave the kid my pasty. I gave the kid my.
You're going to give it to him?
Yeah,
You're going to give it to Vidger?
yeah, the little boy.
Vidger's going
He
to
gives
take
it
it.
for
He's gonna-
free. It's his grandma.
You're giving it to me?
Yeah.
I think he just called for
He's
grandma.
jumping up and down. Mommy, mommy, look!
I'm gonna.
The big ugly thing gave me a pasty. And
Grutz
the
is
mom
gonna
says,
clutch his-
"Don't say that.
Grutz is
He's a
gonna
very
reach for the
nice
toy
man.
very slowly.
He's a
Should
very
take the
nice
pasty
man."
back.
So little Vidger's running around. He goes, "Bye, mommy. I want to eat my pasty." She says, "Yes, go inside. You can take it." And he runs inside with the pasty. It's like really big in his hands.
Yeah.
And he runs in. You can see it. As he's running in, you can see he's got like tears in his pants, and he's kind of soiled
Oh,
and
yeah.
dirty. They're dirty.
Gross.
And the mom lets him go in, and she says, "Thank you very much.
Call
That
me
will
ugly."
feed him for days.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you. You know, we're very poor, and we need these pasties,
Yeah.
so I thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
We've been looking forward to your visit," Granny says. She says, "Fontu, I have been trying to come back, but it's been very busy."
Oh, what did we do with the meat? The wolf meat.
I'm gonna.
I think it's in the tower.
I'm gonna.
I'm
cast
gonna
identify.
mention
It's in the
to
tower.
her, we killed a ton of
So
wolves, and we have a ton of meat.
Are you talking to Granny,
Yeah,
or are you talking
to
to...
Granny.
They're like Granny.
Is there
Granny
a way
sh-
we can set it out for the villagers to get some of the food each? Because we got like 21 dead wolves
I think she'd be the person.
frozen.
She says, "Well, maybe if I could use it for the pasties, but otherwise you probably should talk to the tavern
Yeah.
or some of the, like the Burgermeister.
That's true.
He can make burgers.
Yeah, wolf burgers."
Yeah, wolf
I'm gonna cast.
venison.
He'll be the real
I'm
burgermeister.
gonna cast identify on my pastry.
Okay?
Does it have any sort of magic properties?
Does it have any GMOs?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Oh.
Okay. If it is a magic item, some other magic impute object, you learn its properties and how to use it.
Oh, it's
you
gonna know what
learn-
it does.
So it's I'm
what's-
not sure what kind of school it would be. What it would be.
Well,
It's probably
okay. You learn whether any spells are affecting the item, what they are.
So it'll tell him what it does, right?
Yeah.
If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell it created it.
If it's debilitating or buffing.
Well, I don't know what the spell is,
Okay.
so I
Is it
can't
bad?
tell you.
Okay.
Is it
But
bad for
it's
you?
it's kind of like a
Hallucinogenic?
hallucinogenic type
Okay.
of drug.
You
Kind of
put
like
mushrooms in
something
it,
to-
Granny!
You don't know that. Only I
So-
know
Go to
that.
party.
So it's like something that is an enhancement. It makes people. It's like a
Like a
Dopamine.
happy.
It's a high.
aphrodisiac. Yeah.
That's what happened to Batman!
Well,
There you
I'm
go.
gonna.
Damn it, Talia.
I'm gonna hand the. You already fed it to the kid, right?
Yeah, I did.
I'm gonna hand it to the kid.
Grutz doesn't know! Grutz
I'm
really doesn't know.
gonna hand it to the kid. I said, "Today's your lucky day, kid."
The kid
Yeah.
ran inside.
Give it to the
I'm
mom.
gonna give it to the mom.
She's
Kid's
gonna
gonna be
give it to her.
high
She's
off
going to say,
gas.
"Are you sure?"
Yeah, go ahead.
She
Dude,
says,
Jiminy just can't crack.
"You all must be very well fed."
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah.
Grutz eats lots.
Have you seen me?
Yeah, you're very wide. Okay, all right.
Chimney the
Thank you
wide.
very much.
Yeah.
That is very nice of you.
Yeah,
Very
no,
He's
it's
as
special.
wide as the flat earth.
Yeah.
Granny, so the lady, she says, "Granny, nice to see you again. Please come back. We'll see you soon." She and the granny says, "Want to just take care of
Maybe
Victor
it's
and
to
husband and your whole
Calm
family."
the people.
So as the lady goes into the house, and as she's leaving, Granny starts to put her stuff back
Or
in, and she
maybe
says,
it's
she
with
brings out a
them.
pie, and she says, "I want to give you one pie to try, just a bite. Thank you very much for your giving. You're very good-natured people."
You're probably.
So she's going to hand it to. She's going to hand it to Diurd,
Oh shit.
and she says, "There you go. This
Here,
will make
you
you
got some
this
pie."
Now hold on. Nobody knows anything
Yeah.
yet. You guys don't know
She
anything.
missed it.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
thank you.
use my
What
ability.
kind of pie is it?
Hold on.
Speak.
He's
Yeah, you're
getting
doing that now
telekinesis
because of
power.
my
Yeah,
saying.
Michael, just
That's
let it
right.
happen.
Yeah, hold on.
Let it happen.
Well,
Yeah, you got to remember.
You're busy with the mom.
Okay, so she just hands it to you and says, just take a bite. If you don't like it, that's okay.
What kind of pie
If-
is it?
It's a wolf meat and potato. Has some onions and is a little bit of
Mushrooms?
salt.
Mushrooms?
No mushrooms. No mushrooms.
I'll eat some. Oh yeah, I'll have a bite. Why not?
Why not? It's good for you.
Dude,
And if you
remember
don't
what
like it-
Ismark said.
Hand it to someone else.
That's a pie, that's not
my
a
character's
pastry.
gonna be writing down in his
I
notebook.
think it's the same thing.
Now you take out your notebook and start
I'm
writing.
gonna start
Okay.
writing it. I'm gonna write
Crazy
the shape of the
lady.
pie.
Okay.
And what it says hallucinogenic pie. And I'm gonna put
Dear
calm,
lady.
calm people. I'm gonna start writing theories about.
So
pie.
Calm
she's
people, question
so
mark.
Granny
calm
says,
Jiminy,
have a
question
bite.
mark,
Tell the
question
others how
mark.
good it
question
is.
mark.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna bite it.
Okay. You're gonna have a good size bite. That's fine. So you eat it. It's very delicious. It tastes really good. It's nice, little warm, still warm, and the pastry is very flaky. It's like very well made. Obviously, they know what they're doing. You can look inside. You can see there's like some sauce and such, and there's nice big pieces of potato and nice big pieces of meat.
It's tasty.
Good. Yes, good. Now take care of that, and as my goodwill gesture to you, and decide for yourselves if you like it. It's good for you. Okay. So
Bye, Granny!
she's gonna start packing her stuff into her.
My character's gonna focus and just start like watching Diurd, and he's gonna start making notes if he sees any weird symptoms.
Okay.
He's
Deer
gonna look at her
just
pupils.
taking a bite and eating it. What do you do with the pasty?
I'm gonna continue eating
Yes,
it.
it's the same thing.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you gonna eat the whole thing, or are you gonna give it around?
Hey, does anyone want to try this? Because if not, I'm gonna eat the whole
Grutz
thing.
ate
Don't
plenty
eat it.
of
I only eat
porridge.
bugs. I'm okay.
Ismark said the pasties were bad. That's
This
the-
is pie.
No, it's the same thing.
I'm gonna eat it. It's tasty.
It's not good for you.
But it
Okay.
tastes good.
No, I'm gonna hit it out of her hand.
Okay. So
Epion, you
Granny's
can't do
looking
that.
at you, and she says,
Well, I just did.
"Did
That's
you
very
knock it out
rude,
of her hand?"
Epion.
Okay. And she says,
I
"Well,
care
that's
about
not
my
very
companion's
nice.
health.
Yeah.
But I certainly can't give you any more.
Sorry, Granny!
Because I need to make them for more people. I have my
Sorry,
rounds
Granny.
to go around. So,
We're gonna
sad.
make our way forward
so
now.
she's going to go over around to the front, and she's going to say, "Well, it's good to meet you all. Good luck on your
Yep.
journey,
See ya.
and take care.
Bye.
And if you decide you want more pasties, let me know. Just talk to somebody in town, and I can get you more." And she's looking at you, and she says, "I don't know who told you they were bad, but if you tell me, perhaps I can help them. Lots of people in town, they order them. They're good for you." All right. So she picks up the card. And she says, "Good luck to you all. I'll see you soon.
Bye!
Bye."
I'm gonna wave
She
bye.
starts pulling her card.
Let's
You
go
can
to
see
the...
her turn, and almost immediately, just a couple of houses down, she stops again as you're walking, and you can see, and she starts taking her basket out, and she's going to the front door, and people come out and greet her.
She's made out of human.
All right.
That's what I said.
So
Well, Grutz had human.
But
He
it
was
was
now.
hallucinogenic, and he
The
did
Grutz
it.
hasn't
we
eaten
haven't
it.
eaten it
Yeah,
yet.
Grutz ate human before.
So
That doesn't mean it's
now
gonna taste the same.
it's up to you if you want to talk to them
I mean, it
about.
could just
Like-
be a magic.
Well, like
concoction.
when I eat chicken, I often can tell.
Do you want to
yeah,
talk to
but
them?
like if it's seasoned weird or something.
I'm
you
not
might
waiting until I
notice
can see
it.
the
I
sentence
guess
show up
actually,
in
I have
here.
never eaten a meat
Okay.
I don't think I recognize.
But what if
I
somebody
need-
told
I
So
you?
need
Diurd
to-
had a bite or two.
I need
And it was
to
mixed with-
investigate.
Grutz is
see
used
if
to it.
anything
Grutz is eating
happened.
human.
I'm gonna be like, dude, are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling okay, I think, right now.
Go ahead and roll your
She's like,
constitution.
"Damn, do I feel okay?"
Why don't we just go to the coffin maker?
Oh, I got a 20!
She feels great.
Okay.
She feels really
That's
good.
the best I've ever had.
Yeah.
No,
Back
that's
to the coffin
She
maker,
feels
guys.
really warm.
no. She feels great because the
She
butt
feels
plug
really
she got.
warm, and she feels really content. The
Okay.
food makes her feel really content, and it makes you feel like
You can do
you're
anything.
very full.
Yes, I'm
Very
filled.
full.
Oh, she sure is.
Let's
full.
go.
But she has a lot of energy, and she wants to go. She wants to
Yeah.
get on.
I wonder
Okay.
if it's, let's continue.
All right.
Alright, let's continue.
I'll leave my thoughts to
So
my thoughts.
you're walking along as you get out of out of the village. Almost immediately, there's some open areas and some pastures and such, and you
We're
can
taking-
see that these are where some of the people are.
Did
Not
we
very
take the
large.
left? Did we take the left upon?
Yeah, I'm just going to assume you
Okay.
followed the path that
We'll just-
they had for you.
Okay.
And so you travel along, and you can hear you're going along some pastures and stuff. It's very small sort of areas. You
Yeah.
can see that where they're growing some food. Not much. Not much is growing. It's all close to the ground. It's things like cabbage and you
I
know.
want to take a cabbage.
Potatoes.
Okay, you're taking their food from the town. If you decided to grab a head of cabbage, just so
Hey,
you
I
know.
just protected the daughter of the mayor here.
That's
I
the
can have a
Burgermeister.
cabbage.
Mayor
Burgermeister.
Burgermeister.
That everyone hates in the town.
The Burgermeister.
I'm
is the
just
chief of
pointing out
police.
that you don't have to take everything. It's up to you. You can take it.
It's. What else have I
Are you gonna
taken?
eat? Are you gonna eat a head of cabbage?
Yeah.
Okay,
I like
you can
cabbage.
take a head of cabbage. And where are you gonna put it?
I'm just gonna eat it.
Carrot?
I'm
You're gonna eat
snack
it.
on
Okay, you can snack on it. So as you're walking
And
along
I'm gonna
this,
use minor illusion to make it look like there's another cabbage.
That
make
is
it look like
very
make it look like tiramisu
I know,
or
but
something
it'll be
much
there
better.
while I'm walking.
Okay, so is he okay?
Mosquito.
Oh, it's because we have holes. All right, so as you're walking along the path, you can see it starts to. There's woods. You're almost fairly quickly. You're getting back into the woods, and this is the Svalich Woods. Svalithch Woods.
Yep.
And it doesn't take long. You're only traveling for about 10 minutes. The path is kind of meandering, but it's very well. It's obvious. You don't have to. It doesn't take a Jiminy to determine. What's
take a
going on.
Jiminy.
But as you're moving along, everybody roll a perception for me, and I need you to beat a 15.
I get a -1 to my
I
perception.
got
got it.
16.
Wait, I failed.
Got 6.
So-
didn't perceive shit.
You
I didn't
you did
perceive
not.
shit either.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you have a
I got it.
survival? Okay. All right.
19.
All right. So you and
He does.
Diurd, you have survival. You can roll survival too if you
I
want.
got 4.
Can
You
Grutz
can
roll
roll
survival?
a survival. That's a separate roll.
Grutz wants to roll survival.
You can do that because you have survival. If you have survival, you can roll that too. I'll let you do that.
Grutz doesn't say it.
No?
Yeah, Grutz ain't very smart.
Roll D20.
I mean, this should be your thing, Jiminy, but that's okay. We've got
Two people
we've
already
got two
got
people
it.
have already got
Okay,
it.
doesn't
So
matter.
I'm just fine. Do you have survival?
Yeah,
Okay.
But he rolled a 13.
still didn't pass.
You don't have bonuses to it?
He did. He added
It
it.
wasn't
Okay.
close.
All right. Okay. So off in the distance, it's not. No, you can't see anything because of the mist. I'm gonna make sure Meagan hears this. Okay. So off to the west, which is to your left of the road, you can hear some rustling of like leaves. And as you look down on the ground, you can see that a lot of the trees, there's leaves that are on the ground.
Okay.
But there's sporadic trees. You don't see anything because the mist is in the trees and it's blocking your view.
I'm gonna say I hear something moving in the mist.
I'm gonna throw a piece of cabbage at him.
What? Don't hear it.
Cabbage
I don't know where the sound is coming from.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it in a random direction.
Just going to throw it in a random direction.
Towards wherever I see leaves.
Well, there's leaves all over the ground. That's why you're
um,
hearing leaves on rustling.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm gonna throw cabbage. 11 o'clock.
And just very slightly, dear, you hear.
That's almost snoring.
But it goes away.
Is it Batman again?
Is it a ghoul?
Okay, well, since I was told about it, can I try to roll again for sort of tracking?
Yeah, can we roll?
It might be investigation.
Yeah.
Since you're actively
I think I have
searching
that
for
too.
something.
You probably.
Yeah, I have that too.
If you're going to track, I would think that would be survival.
Yeah,
but-
if you're gonna track, it's gonna be survival. But if you're like trying to find something, and you're
Wouldn't the investigation?
Go ahead.
You're like investigating.
Hell yeah. 14.
Okay, so you know basically the direction it's coming, and
Yeah.
the sound sounds to you like some sort of animal.
Ooh, Draco's going to use his keen sense of smell to see what it smells like. He gets
Okay.
advantage on those rolls.
Okay,
Technically, Jiminy Carlyle can smell what it smells like. He's a hunter.
you can try.
Draco, the best he rolled was an 8.
Well,
what kind of roll?
So
should I do?
you, huh?
What kind of roll should I do?
Well, for smell, that's interesting. Sensory smell.
Seems like investigation still.
I got that.
Yeah, either that or yeah. Are you okay?
You got me on the face.
I'm telling you, they're everywhere, man.
I got holes in my screens.
Well,
What can I
she's on
do?
the board.
I'm telling you, man.
Well, the dog can't get in and out. So,
Oh, is she not in?
huh?
She'll claw at the door if she uses it.
Okay.
I don't know. They don't like my blood, so I don't get bit by them.
Yeah.
No, I
Get
know.
Fucking eaten alive.
Yeah, he gets eaten alive. So,
It's awful. Spray the shit.
Right.
you'll probably want to close that door too, or is it closed?
Oh yeah, close.
Okay.
The screen is-
All right, so this is a good time to take a break for our dessert real quickly. So we'll take another 10, 15 minutes for a break, and then we'll come back. And what were you going to roll? You were going to roll against investigation.
Yeah.
So we'll have you roll when
Is
you
it
come
an
back.
animal?
Oh, what? I just rolled a 14.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Okay, all right. So you know basically where it's coming from,
It's a 17.
and you know it's not an animal. You can
Okay.
tell it's more.
Grutz won't
sounds
do it.
like
Grutz won't cast speak
What?
with humans. I know it's a speak with humans. That's kind of a.
I'm gonna cast
That's,
speak with human.
Yeah. No, I have these animals.
I do too.
Okay. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Grutz can speak with animal. It's the only thing. I
So
know.
we have to. Okay, we're on pause. Good.
Is that?
Yeah, it looked like we were going that way.
Yeah.
And he said it was at the edge of the village. So.
Okay.
Well, you're off that map. I just gave you that as a reference.
So we're going up here, right?
You've gone off that map. Is everything okay? Are we ready? Are we back?
I'm
Okay, we're
I'm
good.
ready.
All right. All right. Happy birthday, Sal.
Thank you.
And now we're back. So,
Happy early birthday, boy.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to pull up so people can see you?
No.
Since you're off the screen?
No.
Well, the reason I'm pulling you up is because
As
you're
you
the
are,
guy
I
that last
appreciate
heard
all
what
of
was
your
going
saying.
on. So let's find out if you're going to do anything about it or what you guys want to do. I'm going to leave it up to you.
Yeah, that's right. I rolled a
Grutz
14.
is just trailing on because he heard nothing.
So Grutz
I'm
is
gonna
walking.
have another cabbage leaf in my hand at the ready to throw
I'm
it.
just
Like,
gonna use the powers of the Lightfoot to sneak up on whatever it is.
So you're just going to walk off from the group, or is anybody else going to go with him? Grutz is already walking on
Yeah,
the
well,
path.
Unfortunately for them,
Grutz
I
doesn't-
he's-
easily hide and use
he's
others as cover.
sneakier though. If we
Yeah.
go with him, we're not gonna be as
Yeah,
sneaky.
Jiminy Carlyle is
Okay.
a wolf in the bush.
Okay, so you're going to go by yourself?
Yeah.
Wow.
Grutz is off and
Jiminy
gone.
Let's
Carlyle-
all stand for a second because that is very rare.
I
Okay.
think I
Jiminy
read
Carlyle
his
is braver than the
I'll
entire
send
group put
Draco
together.
with him. And I'll just look through Draco's eyes.
No one told Grutz. So Grutz
Jimmy's
is
gonna look
just
down. What the
continuing.
fuck is this thing?
So Draco's going
What
with
does he
you.
taste like?
What are you doing? What?
He's looking at the fair. What the fuck is that thing? What does it taste like?
I thought it was a badger.
No, it's a weasel.
Weasel. Okay.
I thought it was a fair.
Haven't you seen it?
I'm
You've
so
seen it.
confused.
Weasel
You've seen it.
thing.
Yeah, but Jiminy Carlyle's a
You
fucking
even
dumb fuck.
You even said that the weasels are the most dangerous animals.
So what does the weasel do?
Yeah.
Does it follow him or does it go on its own?
It's gonna follow him.
Just
All
'cause
right.
I know what a weasel is doesn't mean Jiminy Carlyle
All
knows
right.
what a weasel
So
is.
you tell me what you do. As you're moving forward, there's just a lot of mist.
Yeah.
And you can see trees. But as you're moving forward, more and more you're hearing the rustling of leaves. It becomes more distinct. And every once in a while you'll hear
Jiminy
What is
Carlyle's
on
gonna
it?
sneak. He's just gonna keep sneaking.
All right, so
Of
you're
course,
just
he's gonna
sneaking and
sneak
sneaking.
closer.
So as you move
He's a
forward,
Lightfoot. You can't see him.
all right, as you move forward, you're starting to see a shape, and there's a tree that looks like this shape is in front of the tree.
Is it a tree?
It's
It's
upside down.
Oh,
Ours.
I'm gonna say,
What?
Grutz, do you want some
We're Noah,
berries?
Sarah, and Alan now. Damn it.
I want to be
Press
Nolan.
record. Press the button. I didn't press it. That's my fault.
I want to be Nolan.
I need. Okay. So, Jiminy, you're moving forward, and you can see leaning. It looks like a figure is leaning up against the tree, with its back against the tree,
Creature.
and it's coming through the mist.
Is it
You're starting
moving?
to see. You can see it's like moving. It's like moving its arms like
Maybe
this.
it's a tree.
Toss a rock to its right.
Okay.
Where am I compared to it? Right.
So it was to your west. So you just started taking off
To
through
your
it
west?
because of your to his left.
6
his
skills.
west. Because of your 6 skills, you're able to basically. It's right in front of you.
Man, oh man.
Jesus Christ.
What does it look like if it's right in front of me?
Well, it's straight in front of you. Oh boy, this is just a tough
Is that your
one.
car?
I think so.
It's that or it's Wendy's. I don't know what she's doing.
Big mosquitoes.
This is a part we'll cut. Would happen
Well,
to be the one guy that's
you know-
on by himself.
You know, in this situation, I think this calls
What
for
happened?
Technically, it was your fault. It was your
a
car.
one-liner.
It was my car.
Yeah.
What was she doing?
Well, it was
No.
the white car.
Oh, that's the Solara. That's
Yeah.
her. Where's Michael now?
Oh,
Should
yeah.
have.
Why did the mage's familiar keep sticking to things?
Why did the mages?
It was a Velcro.
He wasn't what?
A Velcro.
Oh, Velcro.
Yes.
Oh, that's appropriate for what we
What
got.
happened?
Nothing, because
What
we were
is it?
waiting for you to come back.
Yeah, what is it
so
look like?
sitting in front of you is a shape. You throw something to the right of it, and you can see that it just keeps wiggling. It's just like swaying its arms like
It's a trap.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
I'll throw a rock at it.
Okay, so you throw a rock and you hit this thing. Roll a 20 for me. It's pretty simple to hit. What are you aiming for? Just to hit it anywhere?
Yeah, I got a 6.
Where are you aiming at? Well, it doesn't matter what you aim. You hit it like in what
Yeah,
looks
I
like
was
the
gonna say,
leg.
leg.
Yeah, just a leg, and doesn't seem to do
I'm
anything.
surprised you got it with a 6.
It's a zombie.
I think it's a treat.
What does the weasel do? The weasel is standing next to him. Does the weasel want to do
The
anything?
weasel's gonna go up to the thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So as you're walking up to it, but okay,
I'm seeing your
roll
eyes.
roll a. Okay, you're just going to notice. You're starting to notice a smell. Doesn't smell too good.
Smell like.
It smells like
Death.
dead meat.
It is a zombie.
Jimmy's gonna
Weasel's
crawl
gonna
backwards
go,
using
Weasel's
his
gonna run away.
the powers of the Lightfoot. Jiminy Carlyle is going to back away.
Now, before you do all that, just for the hell of it,
Yeah, sure.
just for the hell of
Roll
it.
for Troy.
What is it, the friendly zombie?
I mean, it's standing there like this.
Yeah.
Right? If it was bad news, it would have come at you, right?
Oh, well, the weasel will go up and
I mean,
see.
you can run away from it, right?
Yeah, it's
Are you
on
faster than a zombie?
Technically, yeah.
Technically. All right. It is. The weasel walks up to it. It sees that it is a figure of a man. It's a person, but its flesh is eaten away. It's very much decayed, so badly that a lot of flesh is hanging down,
still alive.
and you can still see
It's
bones.
not live. It's on
Its head is like balding. It's got some long hair hanging down, but the face looks like a skeleton. Are you moving up to it?
Fuck no, I'm getting the fuck out of there.
The hero. The ferret also notices that around it is a chain.
It's a demon. The chain demon. Run.
No, no.
It's on the guy that's trapping him to the tree.
Yes.
Okay.
The Walking
It is
Dead.
chains wrapped around it, and it's wrapped around its torso on the tree. So it's like this.
Is the zombie naked or is it like
Has
clothed?
some like tatters on it, but it's mostly naked.
Yeah, Jimmy's
Does the
rolling out.
tatters look recognizable in any sort as Batman?
You want to roll?
It's not the
Yeah.
bad
Did
guy.
the ferret see Batman?
Oh yeah.
The
It's not
ferret
the
was
bad guy.
with me through the whole thing.
But
Okay.
you saw
But I'm
it, so
seeing
you
through
see
his
through his
eyes.
eyes.
We know
It's
what
your
the bad guy
perception.
looked like. He did not look like an old man with
Five.
fucking nasty hair.
That is-
Nobody you
feel-
recognize. Nothing you can recognize.
Well, the
Yeah.
ferret's gonna back away because that means someone is like stopping the zombies. Okay.
Okay.
It's
I mean,
like,
I got
do you
you.
remember what they
I'm
said?
I'm gonna tell the
Do-
guys.
Don't you remember? Don't leave the roads.
I'm gonna tell the
Heard that
guys. I
clearly.
said, oh, my weasel went up to it, saw that it was a zombie. The zombie was somehow changed to.
Yeah,
As
Jimmy,
zombie-
Jimmy Carlyle's rolling
Yeah.
back.
As the weasel is moving, it starts.
What?
Yeah, you've never seen a zombie?
No.
Oh, they're common in Ravenloft. You'll get used to it.
Is it something to be concerned about?
It also eats people.
Possibly yes.
Should we kill it?
We probably should. I mean, there's a reason why it's changed,
No!
though.
Jimmy's
Hey,
Everyone's
Grutz-
keeping it
Grutz may not be the
What is he, a
smartest,
pet?
but they said don't get off the road.
there. It could be a love. Well, we do have a task that we have to stick with.
Well,
And they
a
told
love-
us
But
don't
fair.
get off the road.
it could be possible
talk
that
about
maybe
the
Grutz is leader.
a loved one.
Huh?
Grutz
Take
is
us a
leader.
month to
I'll
get a
explain
coffin.
this. It could be possible that maybe a loved one's family member turned into a zombie and tied them up, so no one would see him possibly kill the zombie.
Can you cure zombies?
No.
No.
They're
Unfortunately,
dead.
They're dead.
They're already dead.
They're already dead. Their souls left them.
Oh.
Here's one thing. It could be used to try to keep other zombies, like away.
Why would that keep other
Zombies
zombies?
usually
Grutz?
stay in groups.
Grutz.
Well, it's like if you have.
The Walking
But
Dead.
that means that
They cut zombies outside of the camp.
Is
Yeah,
straight
but they
up.
also, but they also shamble all together.
Yeah,
Zombies
but-
like other zombies.
But it does.
Michael, it's-
Okay.
Grutz
Zombies
is not
don't
even
see a
been
dead
seen
zombie
yet.
and go, oh, I don't want
But
to go
that
Yeah,
there.
means that,
they
that
see
means
him
Okay.
that
for life.
either someone's hiding a zombie, or the disease is spreading around and someone knows.
Don't forget. We were told not to leave the roads because
No,
there's
I
danger.
agree. We should go. We should
Well,
get the casket
wait.
because we have. to
And
tell
let's
them.
continue.
What if
Why
this
do you think-
guy was tied to the tree before he became a zombie?
He might have already
He
been
could've
one and they
been
tied
bit
him
or
up.
like starting to turn into one.
Well, here's the thing too. It could be a simple matter of he didn't get buried within the 3 days to
Yes,
become a
Grutz-
zombie.
that could be the case
Grutz
too.
has seen his
Because
fair
this
share
is
of
like
death.
that
This
happen?
is a haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
It's
leave
a
it-
cursed land. We don't know.
It's a cursed land,
we don't
so
know.
the dead
a
can
cursed
come
land.
back to life.
Grutz don't know.
And
It's
you
a
know,
cursed
that
land.
might be why Ismark wants us to bury his
Yeah.
dad so fast.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Yeah.
It also might stem from the fact that maybe he did something
You
wrong,
think maybe it might be the
so they
main guy
killed
we saw
him,
earlier?
and he
And they
wasn't
didn't
worth.
bury
Yeah,
him.
they didn't bury him, so to live out.
So now I see why Ismark and Irina probably want to get their dad
Yes.
buried.
So why
So
don't
we
we
should go.
continue?
Yeah.
Grutz is gonna march along.
Very good. Okay. As you're starting to leave Draco, you notice all around it bones.
Oh, someone's feeding it.
It's the coffin maker.
So it's a pet
Are
zombie.
you gonna verbalize that, Sarah?
I'm gonna tell them that there's bones around the zombie. So my theory might be right, where someone has put a loved
Do you
one
want to
there.
look at the bones? I
Yeah.
mean, it's tied up.
I'm gonna look at the
You can see it's tied up. It doesn't even, as the ferret
can't do
moves up to
anything.
you, as the ferret moves up, it doesn't even seem to acknowledge it. It just continues to, it's swaying like this. It's
Do
like
the
moving.
bones look like large, like humans, or do they look small like animals?
So you're a ferret. So some of the bones look like something the ferret recognizes. Bless you. In that it looks like something. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just sneezing.
All right.
Well, doesn't she? It's her perception. She's just seeing through the
It is the ferret's perception too, though. So you recognize some of the bones as
Well, you're just seeing
something
through the
that
eyes.
is kind of your
Yeah.
size that you've
Some
seen,
are-
but
Yeah,
some of the
it's
bones
her
are bigger.
brain, it's her mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of the bones are bigger.
Okay.
Okay. So you go back to the road. You make your way back. The ferret does simply by smell. It can smell everything, and it scuttles past Jiminy, who's just waddling along, kind of like backwards because you gotta go backwards.
you
I don't want to get hurt.
The
Yeah.
weasel-
The hero
Yeah.
becomes the
weasel's
chump.
gonna do a sassy tail flip.
Okay. Show him, huh? Yeah, show him.
Oh, you little shit. Jimmy's jumping out and he's gonna go at it.
All right.
Jimmy's
So,
going after the ferret or the weasel or whatever the hell it is.
You know, I had a weasel once.
You little
because my
shit.
neck scared.
all right. So you continue along the path. You continue along the path for about another, I'd say about another 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
There doesn't seem to be anything around you as,
No
you're,
other
as you're
zombies.
moving along.
It's okay. Grutz will sense it if it's there.
So as you're moving along, you're starting to notice that the woods are becoming fuller and thicker, and you come to a point where you come to a little opening, and in that opening you see a sort of a path that was sort of built, and you can see at the end of the path what looks to be a cottage.
Oh, okay. This
It looks like it's a little house,
the casket.
Yeah,
maker.
it should be this one.
and the house is
Fucking gingerbread.
no, the house is actually covered with vines.
Oh, it looks
Grutz
pretty.
is gonna go up to it and be like,
So it looks
I
like
don't think
these
it's
vines
glass.
have just crawled out of the woods. Go ahead and hand this to Sal, just to help him.
That does not look structurally safe.
And
It also doesn't look very well kept.
Grutz knocking.
Whoever
So
owns this house is not doing a very good
this
it
job.
looks like the forest has
It does.
it's been here so long.
This looks like a druid house.
It looks like the vines have crawled all over. You can see there's some steps going up, and there's vines and there's lots of leaves and there's lots of bushes all over the place.
Oh,
And as you go up to the door, you can see that there are like roots and stuff going in through the door. The whole place is just covered with it. What do you do?
Grutz
Do
is
we,
knocking.
do we see anything through the windows?
Well, it doesn't have windows like that. I just was trying to. This is just an approximation. So it really has a door.
So
And it does have a window, but the window looks like the window is broken and the vines are going in through the window. Scattered around outside, it looks like there's a lot of wood that's used
probably
for
casket.
building caskets and stuff. Yeah. So Grutz is going to go to the door.
You knock.
You're leading this group. You're the one going in. You knock,
Yeah.
and as you knock,
Grutz
you
is
can
the one
feel
who
the
knocks.
door is just kind of jiggling, and it kind of slides open.
Grutz is gonna walk in boldly.
And as you walk in, you notice the floor is kind of uneven. You want
Hey,
to look down?
He
You
needs
see-
to be a carpenter instead of a.
Those of you following him in, actually we should get your marching order.
I'm not. I want to look around the
Grutz.
outside.
Who wants to go after
Okay.
Grutz?
Jiminy.
Okay, so Jiminy and Grutz are going
Yeah,
in.
Jimmy's
Epion's looking outside.
Yeah, I want to look around.
Every big man.
Everybody's
in town
going in
get a little
except
man.
Epion and Diurd. What do you want to do?
I want to look around outside too.
Okay, so you two are going to look around outside. So as you move inside the house, you notice that the whole inside of this house, there's this one large room. You can see off to your right, it looks like there's a raised sort of like benches. And on the benches, you can see what looks to be like a box. That box is covered with vines as it's rolling over it. The vines are growing all over inside of the house. What looks to have been like, a kitchen area and tables and chairs. There's vines growing all over those tables and chairs. And the ground itself is it's like uneven. It's almost like it's rounded on the top, so you can tell that you're actually walking on what looks like some roots that are on there. And one of the roots is big. It's like almost like 3 feet. It's about right. About 3 feet across. So it's this big hump of thing moving across.
Was there anything in the way of the door when I opened it?
Well, the door is scraping across the bottom, and as you open the door, you like scrapes on some of those vines. You can tell the door was basically open.
Did those vines look like they've been scraped before? Because that can tell me if there's anyone that's been.
The door,
recently.
it does look like that it's been scraped a little before.
Okay. Because it looks like this has been abandoned a long time. You know what? Grutz is just gonna go up to that coffin.
Okay.
The box.
Yeah.
Yeah, W's gonna go.
So as you walk up, hold on.
The danger.
So all of a sudden, around your feet and W's feet are vines that are suddenly creeping up and grabbing at you.
Feel
almost
like Grutz's danger
hands and
sense should have went
fingers
off.
have grabbed at you and are holding on to you. They're suddenly wrapping around your feet.
I feel like Grutz's danger sense should have went off and he wasn't asked.
You just get a dexterity saving throw to dodge.
Yeah, I guess.
Danger sense.
It does say you sense your surroundings.
Yeah,
Can
but
I
you
dodge?
just need to get a dexterity saving throw to dodge.
Can I?
It's the function of
Is there a saving?
It
throw or
says
is it surprise?
I have you as as a complete surprise.
Okay. I'm going to tear at them, I guess, with my sword.
Okay.
It's the best route.
What's going on with us outside?
Okay, as you start tearing at them, the vines continue to wrap around your hand, or your legs, and they're trying to wrap up through you. You're grabbing up to your torso. It's moving very quickly. It's not like one single vine. It's like 5 or 6 vines that are grabbing at you.
So it's like a lot. Is it
It's a
just the
lot.
legs?
Yes, it's a lot.
I'm going
It's
to
going
cast,
upwards,
it's a new spell.
And as you're moving up towards you, as you're looking around you, it's very dark in here. It's dingy because of all of the stuff that's covered it, and you can tell, and it's very dark. But you can see down to the side, and I need to.
Think we know where the carpenter is.
You can see. Let me power this off, and let me pull up a body laying on the floor as you're starting to
Hey,
get
look
these
at
things
that.
grabbed at you.
Looks like we know what happened to the carpenter.
Is it gonna be like the plant thing from the little house of
A horse.
All right, here we go.
Feed me.
Meanwhile, as you guys on the outside,
Oh, there's a red plant. It might be. No, that's a chair.
so you're basically seeing
It's a
vines
lot of
all over the
plants,
place that have cropped
I was
all
very
over.
disappointed.
Here's the coffin that you've gone over to look at. The front door is supposed to be down here, so you walked in.
It's like a
And
house on
the
fire.
body that you see is kind of right here next to this table and by the coffin too. There's a body and it's covered in vines and it's covered in like flowers and like leaves and stuff. But it's like wrapped around it, a lot of it completely. Just as you're there and because you're looking down around you and seeing these vines now starting to grab you. And W is behind you. We'll put W as having come in like this with you and having kind of come around this way. Where's Jiminy and where's Randolph?
Jiminy followed Grutz.
Yes, we're
So he'll be near, in the house.
But W, you're third in, okay? Because W went in. I heard W go in first.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jiminy is sure as hell not going where they went.
Well,
Okay.
you went in with us.
Yeah, you
You
were
guys
in there
are
before
in
they
the
attacked.
entry. You and Randolph
Yeah.
are in the entry area, but you can see these vines grabbing now. It's almost like they're alive, grabbing onto their legs and
Get the
holding
fuck
them.
out of there.
Grutz is gonna shout, "Set the house on fire, Randolph!"
I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom. You invoke death and life upon the 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. Each creature of your choice in that area must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 2d6 necrotic damage on a failed save or half as much damage on a successful one. Non-magical vegetation in that area withers. In addition, one creature of your choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice and regain the number of hit points equal to the roll.
Holy crap! I mean, that's a lot of stuff. So
That's
let's
cool.
step backwards a little bit and go.
So-
It's a roll against Constitution.
I'm gonna
It-
choose,
well, first,
I'm
is it
gonna
magical?
choose the points.
Probably is magic.
I'm
They're
gonna choose
magical.
the points
Okay.
on the coffin.
Okay.
So 10 feet around that.
Okay.
It's gonna take. It has to roll a Constitution saving throw. That means also Grutz will probably have to roll a Constitution.
That's fine. I
saving
can do
throw.
that.
Okay. I just got to get to my. Here it is.
What's your spell saving throw?
Wait, didn't it say it's targets that you choose?
14 actually. if
No.
that's strength.
Anything in the 10 feet.
What's the saving throw I have to make?
It's a Constitution. Oh, it's a 16.
Okay. I got a 14.
You got 14.
Yeah. Unless I have an inspiration or something. I don't think I have an extra one.
Okay. So what happens?
No,
It
I
takes
can't
full
It
damage.
takes full damage.
What was the damage?
Um,
So this.
it takes 11 damage.
Okay.
But Grutz, I'm gonna choose
Ugh.
you to use your hit die to roll gain health.
Okay, so I take 11 damage, but I get to roll a d12. I heal 2. I got as much
Hey,
as you want.
It's better than nothing.
Something. 47.
47.
That's how much hit points I have left.
47.
Yeah, I get up to 15 level.
Okay.
So my max is
I'm assuming it's magical
technically, or 60.
It is.
plants, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So all of a sudden, as these things are grabbing you, you see pull up
Where are you with that?
Grutz,
Yeah.
W, and you guys can see it too because there's one of them is here, right here. One pulls up over here, and it's very close to now this side of the wall.
So
And one
what-
was going to pull up here, and I'm going to show you what it is.
Oh, okay, you show us what it is.
What
Yeah.
is what
It's
can
gonna be like
Well,
House of Horrors.
that I can see.
It's not that, but of course I might as well. Yeah, fuck it. You know, fuck it. That's the one bad thing about That's the bad thing about the. Okay, so this is what you see. Yeah, I know it's bad. I don't know. So, and this won't. Let's see if it'll zoom. So it's like a humanoid figure that's comes up right in front of. It doesn't come up in front of Grutz, but it's kind of coming up on the side where W is, and there's one coming up in here in the middle where Jiminy and Ray.
That is the #1 way to get Jiminy Carlyle to nope the fuck out of there.
What's going on with us outside?
What?
I'll get to you.
Plus
Hold on.
five.
Hold on.
Because I get my proficiency.
Okay.
So it
So
would have been 16.
Jimmy's realizing he should always carry a Molotov cocktail with him.
So you now guys are stuck. You can feel you're stuck. You can feel though the vines around your legs, Grutz, kind of like ease up a little bit. Okay, the one on W hits, and it's entangling you, and as it does, it's going to constrict upon you, and you're going to take. Oh yeah, that hits. So you're going to take 9 points of damage.
Okay.
Okay. hits you for a 9. And what it is it's a squeeze around your legs, and it's starting to go up your torso, and it's a squeeze. But you see this shape of like a humanoid shape come up, and it's right near over here where you're at. It's close to the wall, and you don't see anything, Grutz.
Okay.
And then one pokes up over here by Jiminy.
Is it because I'm looking at the coffin?
It's because of her spell.
Does it blind me?
No, the spell protected you.
It protected you.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and you guys see this thing come at you, and it starts to wrap some vines around Jiminy's legs.
Bullshit. I'm jumping.
It's just starting.
It's
You can.
It's fast.
It's got surprise on you.
You
at
can
this
probably
point.
roll for
jumping.
strength.
Now we're gonna roll for initiative. Okay.
I'm jumping.
Very quickly.
Jump. What?
All right.
Hey, that's pretty good. 16.
That's okay. W.
14.
For initiative?
Yeah.
Grutz got a 8.
Hey, 14. Oh wait, you had a dex modifier to that, so.
Oh, it's 11.
W got 14, right? Jimmy got 16.
I got 21 technically.
Grutz got 11.
If you had a dexterity modifier, you got 21.
Right?
You got what?
I got 21.
There you go.
I'm a +5 to dexterity.
Doesn't matter. You're first.
Hell
Okay.
What did you
He's
get?
double first.
yeah. Shit, I'm first.
Oh, you got it.
Outside, Diurd and Epion, as you're walking around the what area of
To
this
the
cottage?
right. To the right of it.
Okay, so to the right of it
That's
is
where I'm going.
a window that you can see has kind of been crushed, and vines are going through that. Inside.
Is
You
it a
can see
glass
the-
window?
It was a glass window, and it's now cracked and it's busted open.
Okay.
There's still some. Well, there's a lot of foliage in front that is come up, and it's going that way. So you can go and you can try to start looking inside. From behind you, you feel. Okay, and okay, hitting Epion from behind. All of a sudden, you feel these needles sticking into you.
Ow!
Ow! And they hit you for.
Damn, these mosquitoes are big.
And you can hear these little twittering sounds.
Like the predator.
You kind of.
They're Groot.
Cactuses.
They're Groot. I'm Groot.
Yeah, am I getting hit by cactars?
I'm
Actually-
Groot.
Roses.
I'm Groot. They look very much like Groot.
You're hit for 6 hit points.
Me?
As you turn around, Epion. As you turn around and look, you see this dirty little bastard right here, looking at you.
It's a Groot.
Yeah, it's
It
Groot.
does. It
I'm
looks like a
Groot.
Groot, but he's pulling little things off of him and he's throwing them at you, and they're like shards.
Light.
Little
This is.
Total
I'm sorry.
bastard.
Sorry, I showed the wrong one. It is a
That
needle.
one's not.
It
that-
is a
that-
needle.
that's not
These are
the
needles. Yeah.
Oh, damn, I was right. It's
Yeah,
needle
these
light.
are needles. And this is a small little guy, but he's pulling these things off and they're throwing it. But there are 4 of them. And they're running up to you, the both of
These
you.
guys are little shits.
Okay, so now you guys roll your initiative.
They look pretty cool.
I got it too.
Okay?
Never split the party.
Never split the party. What did you get, Epion?
I got a 13.
Okay,
Yeah, 40.
13. All right, what do you do, Epion? Your surprise is over.
So there's 4 of these things?
There's 4 of these things.
Um,
Here's our order. We'll go through a couple of times and then we're going to end for the evening. We'll see how far you guys can go.
okay. What am I doing? How far away from me are they?
They're only about 15 feet away, not even 20 feet. They're rushing at you. They're all
They're
coming.
running at
They're
me.
running at both of you. You're both by that window. You turn and you see them. They're coming. They were right there. They were almost like little bushes. They've stood up and they're coming at you. You weren't really looking at what Diurd was doing. You happened to be seeing sort of one kind of move on the
Okay, I
side.
got hit by
Diurd is now still looking in the window, I'm going to assume. So we'll get your movement next because you didn't get hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure she would
So
have
think
heard
about
me
what
go,
it is you
"Ow."
want to do because you're.
Mechanical.
The blights are next. As a matter of fact, I'm going to roll so that I'm prepared.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to them, and are they all next to each other? Are they all close to each other?
No, they're sort of spaced apart.
How far?
They're probably about 5-6 feet apart from each other. Holy crap.
Okay, I know what to do.
Holy crap,
5-6
guys.
feet apart from each other, huh? Okay, well, in that case, I'm gonna run away.
Okay.
I'm gonna run to the front of the door.
You're going to go back towards the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody, gonna be like, there's cactus monsters.
Okay.
I'm gonna run.
And I guess I'm gonna see them inside then, right?
So you're going to run over. You're going to do, yeah, you'll go to the door. You can make it to the door. What are you going to do for your action?
So I'm gonna see them. So I guess I'm
What's
gonna
your
tell them.
movement?
I'm gonna be like, oh, there's cactus monsters outside.
Oh shit! You
I'm
see
gonna
these
see-
big
yeah,
things
I'm
out
gonna
looming in front.
I'm gonna
You
see
can
them
sort of
too.
see almost like this alien thing standing in front of Randolph,
Yeah, I'm
standing
like,
this.
Oh.
He's kind of. You can see this shadowy thing in front of you. Is there any action you want to do? You run. You've yelled.
I want to do. What is directly in front of me if I'm at the door? Is there any enemy
Randolph.
directly in front of me?
No, Randolph.
Is he being attacked in any way?
No.
I'm going to pull him out of the house.
You're going to yank him and pull him out of the house.
Yes.
Okay. So you're being tugged out of the house.
Wait, can I roll to prevent it?
Oh, do you not want to?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so.
Want me
Sure.
to pull you?
I'm trying to think of the initiative and when you would come in and do that, but
Well, I think that'd be a reaction.
Yeah, it would be. So go ahead. So you need to roll strength on strength.
It's a strength versus strength.
Strength versus strength.
Oh,
Epion.
What do you do?
Roll high, Epion. Roll high.
14.
Oh, well, I got a 19 plus 2.
All right. He pulls you out. You're gone. I'm not sure if he pulled you from the fire into the fire pad, but we'll see. Diurd. Okay.
Oh, it looks a lot worse in there than cactus guys. I'm gonna talk to him and be like, Randolph, there's cactus
Okay.
monsters out here to the right.
Okay. Thank goodness this split, and it split right down the middle. So you're. I'm just doing their. I'm sorry. Let me get. Here it is. Okay, it's 6. You both take. Wait a minute, needles. You both take.
Wait, I'm on the other side of the house.
Needles? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's needles. They're throwing needles. You're not on the other side of the house. You're still in the front. You're right there. You both take 16 points of
Oh,
damage.
I thought we were on the right
Yes,
side of the
each.
house.
You're being thrown. These needles are hitting you.
They're ranged attacks.
It's a ranged attack. It's piercing damage. Take 8, and you were both hit twice. I hit every time.
And is that 8 total or
That's
8?
16.
16.
Okay.
16.
Each
Oh, I
one.
had 16?
No,
Okay.
these two. You're in Epion.
That's hard.
Yeah. Now, Diurd, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna be
You've
like,
been abandoned by Epion, who ran away. Everybody seems to abandon you.
But apparently she's right on the side of the house. So were we on the side of the house or just to the right of the door?
You're just to the right of the door.
Oh, I thought we were on the right side of the door.
So I'm going to do like Chris Pratt did in Jurassic Park.
Here it is.
And, like,
I'm not sure how else to make sure, Sal, but here's where you guys were. There's a window there, and there's the door. So you ran over to the door. She was sticking, kind of looking through the window.
Yeah, it's
You're gonna do
okay.
what Chris
It's
Pratt-
my fault that I was saying that we were on the side of the house, the right side.
No, she went to the window. We described the window, and you said you were right there with her. Go ahead.
I'm gonna do what Chris
It's better
Pratt
to have done that.
I'm gonna do what Chris Pratt did, like whoa, with the dinosaurs, because maybe it'll calm them down.
You're gonna try to calm them down.
Calm them like, hey, I'm a druid. It's okay.
Interesting. Okay. Do you have a persuasion? Any kind of persuasion or charisma?
You could just roll it. You just won't get the pluses if you don't have anything there.
That's 17 plus 10 is.
Oh, no, it's the modifier.
Oh, 0. Oh,
Yeah, it's a 17.
oh 17. Okay.
So you're rolling for 17?
It depends on the qualities of the creature. As well as the
Can she talk to plants or something?
She needs to get it still.
She gets the spell. She wants to talk to
Okay.
the plants.
3 of them sort of stop and in their spot, but one continues to run forward, and that one is running forward towards you. Okay? So you've convinced 3 of them. They don't have much charisma.
They don't have much charisma?
No. to battle your charisma. Okay, we're going to go one more round with you guys. So, Epion, what are you going to do? You've pulled Randolph. Randolph, do a dexterity for me to make sure you are not pulled off of your feet. So just roll against your dex.
What does that mean?
That means, are you below your dex?
Yes.
Okay, so you stay on your feet, so you're pulled back. So out of nowhere, you're yanked out of the front room.
Do I have an action to take?
Well, I'm gonna put you in on this.
Okay. Because I rolled a.
So I'll let you go first, because you're a 14.
Okay. How close are the three that stop next to each other? Are they relatively close to each other than me?
They were all kind of moving towards that front area here.
Okay.
So yeah, they're close enough together.
Okay. I am gonna cast Dragon Breath on myself.
Okay.
I'm gonna blink. So I'm right in front. So I'm in front of you.
So you're right here. You're in front of this area. Are you gonna?
He's gonna teleport.
So you're gonna teleport first, or are you gonna?
I'm just gonna use Dragon Breath, and then I'm gonna walk because I can't use 2 bonus actions in a turn.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk up to the cactus people, and I'm gonna choose fire.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast fire breath, Dragon Breath on the group of cactus people.
Okay. What is that, a cone?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a 15 for the cone.
Okay, you're coming at them at an angle, so you're probably pretty much going to be able to hit all 4 of them.
Okay.
I'm going to say they're kind of lined on the line.
So each one of them has to make a dexterity saving throw against my
Okay.
spell casting.
His spellcasting is 8 plus 2.
17.
Proficiency bonus plus
So they have to get a 17.
Okay. Well, you never know. Nope. Oh, 117. Is that a tie? Is a tie
Yes, you're okay.
You're okay? Tie's okay. So you got 3 of them.
It takes half.
So
This should-
the one that takes half damage, but the
Okay.
other one take full. So it's 1, 4, 5. Okay.
Oh my God.
I rolled really bad.
Oh my God,
You
okay.
should have had an 18 total, and you
Yeah.
rolled what?
5.
Oh my god. That's not even 1d6.
3 of them take 5, 1 of them takes
2.
It's rounded down.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you see as they get hit with your fire,
Yeah.
you can see them sort of ignite, and you hear them going. You can hear some little screaming. And it's almost like steam coming out of them. Gosh.
Whoa, sweet graveyard, bro.
Oh yeah, isn't that nice? I must have moved off. Well, that's where you'll be at some point. So I was trying to go there, and I wanted to get back to the. I'll get back to him. That's fine. I wanted to get back to the house. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay. I forgot what I was doing.
You were
Oh, I was rolling. See if they. Yeah. Okay. All right. So one of them starts running away. One of them that you hit starts to run away.
Wait, why would they attack again already?
No, they're seeing the ground.
I'm seeing if they were. Yeah. If they've been hurt.
After getting burned with the fire.
They were
All right,
They're
Epion.
probably
Two.
weak to fire.
How can they run away if they don't have a turn again?
Epion, it's your turn.
Yeah. Okay. I'm.
You can hit the one that's running away.
Yeah, that one's on. He had-
Yeah.
Attack of the
Yeah.
top.
So does Diurd.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just attack it.
Diurd. Yeah. Diurd. That's a free attack for you guys. You too, Diurd.
Is there more than one of them near me?
It's just one that ran away.
Oh, okay. And I can use what, like a melee attack?
It's an opportunity because it's turned its back on you and it's starting to run.
Oh, okay. I
So you can
figured it wasn't
attack
close
it
enough,
like
but-
in the back.
Okay. I'll well, first I'm gonna use my bonus action to use healing word on myself.
It's not. Okay.
Do I have to do the?
It's his turn.
Oh wait. So.
Well, it's not your turn yet. I'm giving you the opportunity.
Technically, an attack of
Oh,
opportunity.
so that's not
Yeah,
my
it's not your turn.
Oh, okay,
This is the
yeah,
attack. Yeah,
okay,
this is
got
the
it.
opportunity.
Free attack.
It's free.
It's just a
Oh,
free attack.
okay, understood. Then I will attack with the iron sword that I have.
And Diurd, you can do it at the same time. What is it you want to do?
I need you to roll d20 to see it.
You have to roll the
Yeah, you'll just have to do a regular attack.
I got a 15.
You hit it.
I think we need to do the dagger. Yeah.
That's it.
She gave her dagger. She gave her dagger away.
No,
gave it-
she just gave the pommel.
I gave the dagger away.
She gave the whole dagger. She said, "I give him the
Yeah.
dagger."
Get it back?
Do you have anything else?
I don't think.
Okay, well I did 6
So I'm
damage.
gonna try to use my charisma again.
Doesn't matter. It's gone. It's down.
Use your charisma
I don't
because
have
it's
any-
running away.
No, I don't have anything to attack.
It's okay. It's dead.
Oh, okay.
He You see Epion swings his sword, and this thing just right through. He just cracks right through it.
Yeah, take that, you pokey bastard.
Okay, so now it's Epion's turn.
Well, I'm gonna use healing word on myself.
Okay,
As
that's your
bonus-
action.
As a bonus action.
Oh, okay.
Because I am very hurt. And I can heal for 5.
Okay. And
Because, yay, charisma.
then whatever action you're going to do.
Hold on, let me fix my wounds here. Okay. What action am I gonna do? What do I see inside the house currently?
You just see these looming figures. You've pulled Randolph out.
Yes.
You can see this sort of hulking figure in front where
Okay.
Randolph was. And you
Okay.
can see it in front of Jiminy. Jiminy is down low, and this thing is wrapping around it. And with Jiminy, it's like, it's not just wrapping around his legs, it's wrapping all around him. It's almost going all the way up to his neck because he's so short and so small.
Okay.
And it doesn't take much for it to go
And
around.
what's going on with the other? How many of the cactus guys are left?
There's still 3.
3 of them.
Jiminy Carlyle sweat allows him to
And
escape. Sorry.
they are
20.
hurt like a little.
It's an automatic 20.
Um.
Some of them are looking a little fried. One of them looks okay.
A little.
Little
Barely
crazy,
fried.
a little
Yeah.
crazy.
He just got a little burn on his like shoulder.
Okay.
You can only cast a spell once per round. So
Well,
Oh,
can
you-
do
well,
it-
healing word is a
No,
bonus
yeah,
action
even if it's a
though.
bonus
Even if it's a
action.
bonus action, you can't.
So
use
you
it
can do
as
a
well.
spell and a melee attack. Yeah, you can't cast 2 spells
Yeah,
at the
you
same
can't
time
cast 2
at the
spells
same
at a
turn.
time.
That's why most of my spells are bonus actions and then I attack with my sword.
Yeah, you can't do both.
Oh, I was thinking bardic inspiration. That doesn't count as a spell.
Yeah, no, that does, you can use bardic.
You can if you want, and I think you'll get
You
everybody.
just can't- you
Right?
can only give it to one person.
Oh
okay.
no, he's talking about when I did aid. I think
Okay.
Yeah.
he's talking about that. Oh yes. So I can use bardic inspiration too. I'm going to use bardic inspiration on Randolph though. Because you can use magical inspiration to up your area of effect spells if you do it again.
Okay. Is that it?
And then I'm also going to move myself so that I'm on the left side of the house, like the left wall of the house, so that I'm out of the attack range of the pokey guys.
Okay. I don't know where my.
I don't want to be hit again.
I don't know where my. Wait a minute. I'll bet it was here. No. No. I'll be damned. I want to go back to that map. Here it is. I don't know why we can't see it. Okay. So you're moving now this way. You're
Yes, and
dancing off.
I want to move to the other side, not just to the left of the door. I want to go around the corner.
Wait,
You're going around the corner.
You should be careful because if you're close enough in attack range, they can technically have an opportunity attack on you.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, because
It
you're
works
turning
both
your
ways.
back to them and
I-
you're starting
it works
this way.
both ways.
If you run away from a monster, they have an opportunity.
Can I not walk backwards?
No,
It
no,
still
you.
gets
It's, it's called your spirit.
It's kind of a cheat, yeah. So
Yeah,
they don't
no
allow
way
you
to
to
do
do
that.
that.
Oh, really?
They still get that attack.
As soon as you exit someone's sphere of influence, they can have an
Yes.
attempt to attack you.
Yeah.
That's a better way to put it.
Like
That's
how
exactly
you
what
had
it is.
one on the needle blade.
Well, that's why I was confused because it wasn't close to me. Doesn't it have to be close to you to do that?
Well, you're
No.
close enough to whack them.
You're close enough to hit
If you were
it.
close enough to whack the one running away, you were close
Yeah.
enough to get within the sphere of influence with the others.
I think he's unsure of where the needle blights are to him.
The needle
Yeah,
blights are
how far
standing
away?
around here by the
They're
window.
right
The
around
3 that are remaining over here by the window.
How-
You're over this way.
Oh, that's a bit away.
That's what I'm saying. It's a big distance.
I just gave it to you. Don't worry about
Yeah.
it. Don't get too technical.
Then they
Well,
wouldn't get an attack of
Okay.
opportunity.
Yeah, that's my
Because
point,
He's
yeah.
not going
It's
after
okay. I
the
won't
same-
do that. How's that? Okay.
I-
I gave you the opportunity.
I
Just
know,
go
that's
ahead
why
and
I
tell me
was
what you're going to do.
confused. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That's a range attack.
Where says Randolph? You're in front of me then, right? You're in front
No,
of
I
me.
should be closer to the.
You're
I
in front of
went
me.
closer to them.
He moved over slightly, but you're by. You guys are right by next to each other.
Okay. I'm really hurt.
I thought you healed.
I did, but I'm still hurt a lot.
Okay.
I don't know if there's other things on the other side. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the other side of the house. I'm gonna run away.
So you're going to move away. You're going to run away, and you're going to
Yeah,
run to
because
the
I'm
other
really
around the
hurt.
house.
Yeah.
Okay. So Diurd, get ready with whatever you're going to do.
You're really hurt.
Okay. So these things are going to run up to you, and instead of throwing those things, they're going to claw at you, and they're going to hit you for 12 points. 2 of them hit you, 1 of them misses. Takes a wild swing, and it misses you completely. The other 2 scratch at you. They scratch into your face. These little hands dig right into you, and they dig right into your side. 12 points.
She's down.
That might be
down.
down. You're down. Boom.
She's very down.
Okay. Epion, as you turn the corner to go around, you see coming at you, something that looks completely different.
Oh, great.
It
Hey,
looks.
that guy.
It looks. Those were the right ones. I'm sorry. So these were little guys. You see 2 of these big guys coming at you. Okay, so this is all 3 of them, so that you can see them all together.
What the hell?
So there's a needle blight, there's a swamp guy.
There's called this is a vine blight, a
Yeah,
needle blight,
and then the wood
and a
blight.
twig blight.
Twig
This is
blight.
the twigs.
So what are we being attacked in the house by?
By the vine blight. It's constricting around you.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to end it there. I was trying to get back to the other
Oh, that's
group,
curious.
but we
Those are
didn't get
interesting
to, so I'm
enemies.
sorry.
No, blights are cool. They're bad.
Yeah, they're really
fucking
cool.
fuckers though.
And as you, so,
Getting
just,
annihilated.
Jiminy, roll me a perception check. Just roll
17.
against a 7. Okay, so you pass. So, just to give us a little something interesting, you see up against the wall, the vines are wrapped around a body. Some body is hanging up on the wall.
The
like this.
carpenter.
Dead.
Okay? And that's where we'll leave it. And I got to learn how to not show you all these pictures before their time. I line them all up and then they move on me. So to
The
speak.
blights are pretty cool.
No, blights are cool.
Yeah.
The group I listen to, they.
So now you can think about what you need to do. And it seems
Right down the house.
pretty obvious, yeah.